Things Podcast. Hey, Phantomaniacs, welcome to the newest episode of the Needless Things Podcast, where we talk about toys, movies, music, and all manner of pop culture dorkery. I am your host, Dave, and it is another early morning after another late night. I just got home from work. It is 6:30 Thursday morning, and I've got a few things that I've got to cover before I get to this week's episode, which is the Friday the 13th, Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan Needless Commentary. We had a poll in the Needless Things Podcast Facebook group, which I hope you are part of, and I hope you voted on, although I know that even people in the Facebook group did not vote. How does this work? How do we get 33 total votes, 88 people saw it, and we've got like 130-something members in the group? How does that work? And you know what? I don't blame you guys. I don't blame the guys in the Needless Things Podcast Facebook group. I blame Facebook for having shitty algorithms or whatever the case may be, and just being terrible. But I do blame the people in the Needless Things Podcast Facebook group a little bit, because it shows me 88 people saw it, 33 people voted. Come on, you guys. How hard is it to click a little button? Seriously. But out of those 33 votes, the poll ended with 13 votes for Friday the 13th, Part 8, and 13 votes for UHF. And we had to have a tiebreaker. And if you are part of the Facebook group, you might have seen us go live this past Monday night and do a little action figure theater where Weird Al and Jason Voorhees duked it out. Representations of all of the commentary team popped in, and then Mrs. Troublemaker, using the new Marvel Legends Rescue figure, popped in and gave us the tiebreaker and chose Friday the 13th, Part 8. So that is this month's Needless Commentary. That is this week's episode of the Needless Things Podcast. But I can go ahead and tell you right now, next week's episode of the Needless Things Podcast is going to be recorded live this Sunday at Atlanta Comic-Con. That's right. The Summer of the Bat, as presented by Needless Things, is going to be recorded right there in the Georgia World Congress Center. Please come out, show your support for Needless Things. Let Atlanta Comic-Con know that you are excited to see Needless Things at their event. This is a new one for us. We've got a great team on this one. Myself, Ryan Cadaver, Nicole Gould Cadaver, and Chad J. Shonk are going to be talking about the Summer of the Bat, which is basically everything surrounding Tim Burton's 1989 Batman movie. It's going to be an awesome time. I have prizes to give away. I have two very special prizes that I'm referring to only as Gemini's Lost Secrets. If you are a fan, you know what that means, or you maybe have an inkling what that means. Only two people are going to get these very special gifts at the live recording of a Needless Things podcast at Atlanta Comic-Con. It's room C110. You can go into the Atlanta Comic-Con app on your iPhone or your Android, download it, look at the schedule. It's not like Dragon Cons. You can add it to your calendar, but they don't have like a schedule within the app really. But you can find it in there this Sunday at 1 p.m. I'm very, very excited about this thing. So please come out, show your support, and get some free stuff. I've got a ton of legit, actual Batman 1989 merchandise. I'm holding some of it right now. And people are going to walk out of that panel with actual 1989 Batman goodies, which is what we're going to be talking about at the panel. Okay, so there's that. That was the big thing I wanted to get out there during our intro. The other thing I want to talk about real quick, or one of the other things, is Stranger Things Season 3. I thought it was incredible. I thought it was the best season yet. Those kids all acted the shit out of it. I am glad David Harbour got to come back and do another great job as Hopper. I hope after Hellboy tanked, I'm sure this guy's going to get more opportunities. I'm not worried about it at all. He's going to find work. I thought Winona Ryder, after an incredible first season, I felt like she got to have a whole lot more fun this season. We just got more of everything good. It felt bigger. It felt faster. It just was wonderful. And then you have Ethan Hawke and Uma Thurman's kid in there basically stealing the show as far as I'm concerned, or at least she would have been if Steve hadn't been so great. Everybody was great. I loved it. Stranger Things, one of the best things ever. It's absolutely fantastic. All right. What else have we got to talk about? Oh, this Monday, a special Needless Things minicast. I'm still doing the minicast every once in a while. When it's appropriate, when it works. This Monday, a minicast with Clint Spain from Kamikaze Zombie. We talked to him a couple of years ago about Kamikaze Zombie's last album, Night of the Nibiruss, and now they have a new album out called The Destroyer of All Things, and it is badass. I've listened to it a few times now. It's available on Spotify, everywhere. It's available everywhere. You can find it if you look up Kamikaze Zombie, The Destroyer of All Things. But I'm going to be talking to Clint on Monday, so grab that episode of the Needless Things minicast. Check it out. Spread the word. Let me know what you think. Check out Kamikaze Zombie. And there you go. I think that's everything that I wanted to talk about today. I'm excited. I'm so excited about Atlanta Comic-Con. I think this is the second year that it has happened, and this is not to be confused with the local Atlanta Comic-Con that takes place in the Marriott. This is at the Georgia World Congress Center. This is a big national convention, which, sometimes that's better, sometimes it's not. We're going to find out. I'm going to find out. I will be down there Friday, hanging out, looking around, scoping things out. And then Sunday, I got a little something fancy prepared costume-wise. Costume's probably too strong a word. I would say casual costume, maybe, except that it's not casual at all. It's quite dressed up, but something appropriate for the panel we're going to be putting on. I'm stoked. It's going to be a big, exciting weekend, and I'm big and excited. So there you go. Now it is time to check in with our pal Bobby Nash and find out who won the Summer of Snow prize pack. Take it away, Bobby.
Hi, this is Bobby Nash, and I'm here with a special Needless Things announcement. The Summer of Snow continues, and we have picked a winner of the Summer of Snow sweepstakes to win a prize pack featuring a Snowfalls ebook and the Snow Series 1 Volume 1 audiobook narrated by our friend Stuart Goffey. We have chosen a winner, and I am proud to announce congratulations to JC, who retweeted us over on Twitter and entered the contest. I don't know how to pronounce it exactly. It's at Joy Yuxcow, but his initials are JC. And big congratulations on winning the Snow Prize Pack. We'll get that out to you as soon as possible. Thanks for playing. If for anyone else who's still interested in learning more about snow, please visit us at www.ben-books.com. Thanks again for listening to Needless Things and for being part of the contest. Congratulations again, JC.
For the record, I just want you guys to know, and I will not prove this to you, but I am currently wearing Jason Voorhees underpants.
Excellent.
Nice.
That's good. That's solid. I've just got a nice plaid on. Arian, how are you doing over there?
I should live to see tomorrow.
So you're free balling?
Yeah.
Okay, nice. Ryan?
I think I have Freddy Krueger underwear.
Oh!
Yeah.
Uh-oh!
Yeah,
I'm wearing
the
sensible
war
boxer
continues.
We're gonna get
Controversy.
We're gonna get home and play a little Freddy versus Jason, if you know what I mean.
Hey-oh! Alright. So, the road to get here was interesting because we put up a poll on the Needless Things Podcast Facebook group, which if you're not part of it, you should join immediately because you get to take part in fun things like polls to determine which movies we watch for our needless commentaries.
And answer the damn questions.
For fuck's sake, there are 3 questions you have to answer to join the Needless Things Podcast Facebook group. Answer the 3 questions, we let you in. And they're just there to weed out douchebags. That's all. It's no big deal. They're not brain busters. We're not asking you to do, like, quadratic equations. They're very simple. So anyway, we had a poll. All the movies, this was our blockbuster month. And all the movies are from 1989. And the 2 finalists, which much to my surprise, because I thought I knew UHF would be a contender. Like, I knew for sure that would be a contender, because we're a bunch of nerds, obviously. But then, I kind of was expecting Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade to rate a little higher. Maybe,
Honestly,
because that's a good movie.
Maybe Ghostbusters 2.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade would make for a very good commentary.
And it will at some point.
Yeah.
For sure. But what we ended up watching, because of a tie between UHF...
Because Nicole wants to watch horror movies all the time.
Well, I'm sorry. You guys laid out the... If this hadn't have been an option, then it wouldn't have been...
You could have backed the terror, like... And I'm glad you didn't back Nightmare 5, because that movie is...
No.
Like, this movie's not good.
No.
I would
This
say...
movie is fun.
I'd say
and we
this
can
is...
talk about it.
Nightmare 5 is way better than this.
No, I would disagree. I would disagree.
No.
Oh,
Nightmare 5 might be the worst Nightmare movie.
It is.
Right, and it's still better than this.
No,
I think this
like,
movie is absolutely
this is
terrible.
I would say, for the
This
record...
is like the bottom tier of...
Every movie ever? Yes.
No,
Whoa.
it's not
No.
that.
This is way better than Kroll.
Okay, well, yeah, but look, on a
Damning with faint praise.
scale of Kroll to what's the best thing we've ever watched?
Roadhouse?
On a scale of Kroll to Roadhouse, this is way closer to Kroll than it is to Roadhouse.
Yeah, but I feel like everything's way closer to Kroll than it is to Roadhouse.
Yeah.
So why don't we take Roadhouse out of the equation? What's the second best movie we've watched?
I just like that we
Probably,
all
Well, no,
probably Big Trouble.
Big Trouble in Little China is the best
Yeah.
movie. Legit the best
Legit
movie
the
we've
best.
watched.
So
Yeah.
taking those 2 out of the equation, it's probably
It's at the halfway mark.
objectively speaking, it's probably the movie we watched last month, which is The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou.
As far as like, it's a good film. I'll tell you what, this is better than Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Yes.
That
All right, so anyway,
which is still somehow not as bad as Kroll.
What we should do at this point? No, you know what? I think Kroll might be better than Power Rangers. I hate to say that.
I think you're right.
Just say- you
Sorry, Sean, we love you.
Before we get any further, what we have to do is talk what movie we're fucking talking about. Oh, Friday the 13th Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan, tied with UHF, 13 votes apiece. Now, I changed my vote in the last hour to Friday the 13th Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan, because I had the secret knowledge that nobody else has that we're going to fucking watch UHF at some point anyway.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, I'll change my
Right,
vote
like,
and make
I
this
don't
a little more interesting.
If we were gonna watch both, like my suggestion would have been watch the horror movie closer to Halloween.
No, but the
every
Friday
day
the
is a good
13th
day for
movies...
horror movies, though.
Friday the 13th movies are summer
is.
movies.
Yeah, okay.
Friday the 13th, they're summer
you're right,
movies.
because
They're
it's
camp
summer
movies.
camp.
Yeah.
You've got a point.
Yeah.
I will concede.
But anyway, we tied 13 to 13. It led to a couple of, silly little internet videos that I'm sure all 4 people that watched them enjoyed. And our tiebreaker was Mrs. Troublemaker. This is like legit and silly video thing, who was like, you need to just watch Friday the 13th. Because let's let Nicole
She's a smart woman.
have some fun. She is a smart woman.
And all I'm saying is, if you're gonna have a poll And one of the options is going to be a Friday
And 3 out of 4 of
the
us
13th
do.
Jesus Christ.
Zingo!
Why we gotta go there?
Whammy.
Anyway,
Where else are we gonna go?
if Friday the 13th anything is going to be an option, I am not only going to vote for that option, but I am going to wholeheartedly campaign to get other people to vote for that option and use my natural charisma to win.
Well, before you get too far into that natural charisma, we're going to start the movie now. We are watching the recent Blu-ray re-release. They boxed them all up in a set together. It's the first 8 Friday the 13th movies on Blu-ray. They're as good a transfers as we've seen, although I think they could be better. Tons of special features. It's a great, great set, and you can get it for like $30. It's from Paramount. It's not like Shout Factory or anything like that. But if you don't have all of the movies, it's totally worth it to just go ahead and buy this set. And we're starting Friday the 13th, Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan, right now.
Woo!
Do we have subtitles set?
So, we do.
Okay, sweet.
I don't want
So,
to miss any of the dialogue.
Nicole, you swooped in, and
Did some stuff.
you were like, look, we need to get people voting. We need to make this happen. And my first, because initially I was pretty invested in UHF. This was, out of all the movies that were in the poll, this was the last one I wanted to watch.
Whoa, no, I didn't. What was it? Final Frontier.
I went into this.
No, that was actually, that one is
That would've
terrible.
It would have been good.
But it would be hilarious.
Yeah,
Terry.
Okay, good point.
So this was my last choice, and you came in and were like, "Oh, it's a Friday the 13th movie. We're gonna make this happen." And I was like, "Oh shit, she is gonna marshal her forces, and she is gonna take this damn thing over." Oh, I missed my Batman picture. Damn it! I'll have to remember this later. Yeah. So I was like, "It's fuck," and then nobody responded. Like a few people came in. Gilbert came in today. I'm like, what are you doing today? Because he sent a request in yesterday, and then I guess deleted it to join the Facebook group, and then came back in today and was like, I saved it for you. And I was like, dude, you're too late. What are you doing? But I figured in my head,
it's lovable. It's okay.
No, he's awesome. He's awesome. And I'm glad he's in the group now. In my head, dozens and dozens of rabid, Nicole Gould fans were going to come in, take over this poll, and the finishing tally was going to be 143 Friday the 13th to 12 UHF.
I think you grossly overestimate how many friends and fans I have. Pretty much all of my fans are in this room right now.
I don't think that's accurate. Here's what I think. I think we all know a lot of really awesome, sweet, wonderful people who are very, very lazy.
Yes.
And hard to motivate to even push a button in a Facebook poll.
As I said.
Yes. Because we have something like 129 members in the Needless Things Podcast Facebook group, and I think the poll finished out with 33 votes.
Yeah. 30.
Come on, people!
And you looked at it. You looked at
88
the
people looked at it. 33 voted. And these are the two guys from the end. There is continuity here.
Okay, so I feel like this happened. This is about 5 minutes before Jason takes Manhattan.
Oh, you think they're doing a little time jumperoo here?
I mean, because they have the punk kids laid out exactly where
Oh,
they're at.
yeah, you're right.
When they encounter Jason later.
So we're
And
getting
these
ready to
guys are in the
flash
same
back.
alley. Yeah,
We're doing a little.
I disagree. I think that they only had 1 day to shoot in New York, and they were like, "Let's shoot it all now, and then we'll just use that shit for the beginning."
Oh no, absolutely.
No, I
that's
agree
what
with
happened
that.
In reality, but
Yeah.
I think storytelling-wise,
Within the movie,
they're
though.
this is happening, and then they sideways flash to kind of this little flashback here. But then when Jason pops up, it's 5 minutes after that opening part.
Oh, I thought that they were trying to establish that that's happening right now, and then this happened.
No, I think Nicole's right. I think that's Look at Manhattan. What a filthy place. Let's travel back to 2 days ago before everything went to hell.
Yes, before Manhattan went to hell.
Right.
I think
before
if you asked
Jason
the
took
director
Manhattan.
what he meant by that, he'd be like, I don't know.
He'd be like, I don't know.
Well, yeah, sure. But we as educated students of cinema,
Sure. Yes.
put these things together in our heads. I like
Yeah.
the ship in a bottle, and I wish there was a little tiny Jason in there.
Oh, that'd be fantastic.
This is for sure the first Jason scene that I remember seeing as a kid, and it scared the bejesus out of me. Yes, because I was 2 years old, but it scared the shit out of me.
Well, and it's interesting that I don't begrudge anybody that likes this movie that enjoy. Let me first talk about these panties. I am all about this panty style right here.
These are the
digging
most
this.
80s panties ever.
I'm digging it.
They're the high waist.
They look like they combine sexiness and comfort into one sweet little package, and I'm all about
it's
it.
3 different fabrics.
Yeah, that's great
Yeah,
too. They're exciting.
mesh cotton elastic.
Yeah, there's a lot to look at anyway. He's dropping the anchor onto the same cable we saw in Jaws 2.
Yeah.
That killed the shark.
Also, that doesn't look like a lake. Like nothing.
When has it ever been called Crystal Lake Camp?
Yeah.
Which is what that sign just said.
And it's also a different sign.
That's unlike any Camp Crystal Lake sign we've ever seen.
I really feel like these movies, I feel like the people involved in making them have never
watch
seen
the other ones. I think you're right.
Well, I think there's just no continuity director, who had the position.
There's no Kevin Feige.
Yeah, there's nobody
in the Jason cinematic universe.
In the Jason verse.
Yeah.
The Voorhees verse.
Oh, man. Which is sadly, apparently, over forever.
For a little while.
Also,
they'll figure it out, because money's important.
Don't you think the authorities would have, reclaimed Jason's body?
Right, they would have dragged the lake
like-
and found that.
But when
Yeah,
you
but he
know
was
there's a dead guy in the lake, you go and get them.
But he was 10 feet down.
Which is
I mean, that's like another universe.
Which is why,
In the sea.
and I'm probably going to bring it up a couple more times at least, which is why Jason Goes to Hell is so great, because the opening of that movie, the government is very aware of Jason Voorhees and doing their bit to take him down.
And they do.
Absolutely. But so obviously the government's aware of Jason Voorhees, they'd want to get him. But even if it was just Bob the donut salesman, if his body
I'd like
was
a
in
donut.
the lake, they would go get it.
They'd go get it.
Yeah.
Well, but I will
Be
say
oh,
this.
there's a dead guy in the lake. I don't know. Maybe people want to swim there.
Not
with a dead human body.
There is this bizarre...
A dead human body with a history of coming back to life.
As much as it doesn't make any sense, within the Friday the 13th universe, they have established sort of the same thing as the Nightmare universe, that adults kind of really just don't buy it. Once Freddy or Jason is done wreaking their havoc,
oh, you silly
it
kids
kind of
with your
fades
monsters.
and
This
People
is very
act like it was some story.
It's ridiculous if you apply it to the real
end up
world.
dead.
Yeah, you're right. Well, it's mass hysteria.
Kids always running around getting murdered
Bad acid.
with their rock music.
Yeah.
And their Satan.
And that would actually be an interesting take if they wanted to go back and do either do the thing that's so popular right now where they do a direct sequel to the original, or if they wanted to do a sequel to the 2009 movie. It would actually be kind of interesting to explore that, where they think it was mass hysteria, although I think Nightmare actually did that.
Yeah.
In the shitty one with Tom and Roseanne.
Oh.
Wasn't that the belief, was that it was just always mass hysteria or whatever?
I think so.
Yeah, I think they did that. Never mind.
Freddy's dead?
Let's get back to...
Is that Freddy's Dead?
I think that's Freddy's Dead.
Ugh.
Freddy's Dead was not great.
Trash.
I think that's worse than 5, maybe.
That's worse than this.
Well,
so bad.
Hold on there.
Oh, whoa! Freddy's Dead?
Freddy's Dead.
Freddy's Dead is
pretty bad.
Bad.
It is unwatchable.
Really bad. Well,
I
nothing.
saw that in
There's
the
no
theater, and I was
unwatchable
Wow.
one of these.
Yeah, it's
but
not unwatchable, but it was
I think
not.
it's bad.
Freddy's Dead is one that I would be glad would never see.
Freddy's Dead is the one that I'm embarrassed to watch.
Yeah.
I don't know. Part 2's pretty.
Oh, I love Part 2. What? Oh, I think Part 2 is great. Okay, so wait. Here's this, where he has this replica Jason mask, and long before the days of Etsy.
Yeah. So.
And it's exact.
And he says nothing.
No.
Like, where he got it or anything. He tells her the story of Jason just because they need to set, like, in case you've not seen any of the previous 7 movies. And, you don't know the mythology of Jason.
That's like me. I watched this one first. I hadn't seen that.
But you were too.
Boy, that is... Yeah. Gosh, that breaks my heart a little bit.
So, harpoon gun, big fan of that.
Yeah.
I wish they'd bring that back. That needs to be in more movies. We need more harpoon guns.
This is the first of many wonderful weapons used in Jason Takes Manhattan.
I like his sludge outfit.
Yeah, he's so slimy. He's like covered in KY and like seagrass. Yuck, it's like snot.
Yeah, it's like a thicker, mucousier thing than we've ever seen on Jason before. Because he's usually, like, even when he comes out of the lake, he's usually dry pretty quick. And they keep him wet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's moist the entire time.
Safe word, moist.
And so he misses, so he has to get creative.
And I'll give him credit for keeping him snotty.
Yeah.
All right, so tell us about young Ryan.
Yeah, I remember watching, like I said, this is the first time I remember, but when he pulls the harpoon back and there's like those little, like, weird tubes hanging off the harpoon gun, I used to think that was his intestines. I think because I was watching it, like, cracking, like, my hand over.
Yeah.
So, like, I remember this scene being way more gruesome and, like fucked up than it actually is. It's not that bad. They really don't show anything.
Well, and that's not, I mean, honestly, that's not all that crazy, because even watching it at, like, a little bit older, I could see, like, looking at that and you're watching something for the first time, you're not catching everything and kind of thinking that. And also, given the production levels of the rest of this movie, it's not entirely unthinkable that was intestines.
That's true. But yeah, like,
why would she hide on the boat? Why not jump off the boat and try and get away?
Yeah.
She's
really odd choice.
Not smart. Well, I mean, these movies are built around teenagers making dumb decisions.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, that I don't hold against it.
Yeah.
That's par for the course.
I mean, like, hiding in terrible places with, like, no other means of escape. It's not like she, like, went into, like, a room to hide where there's, like, another door.
Let me make sure I hide somewhere where there is no other possibility.
I can't move at all. I'm literally just going to sit here and say the word no over and over again while he very slowly advances on me.
Not even try to, like, climb out or grab the thing. Yeah,
or
nothing.
Anything. She's like, no. And there's always that weird moment in slasher movies where, like, it's like the Mike Myers, Austin Powers thing.
Yeah.
Where he's, like, standing for the steamroller. Like, that's every horror movie, like, slasher movie kill, where they're like, no. And it's like, there's, like, 14 things you could have done to at least try to save yourself.
Right.
But you're just standing there. And when he kills Dude, like, Dude just looks at him slack-jawed like this. And that's it. And then he dies.
Unless I'm incorrect, this is Camp Crystal Lake. Like, still. Because
I don't know that this is... Okay. I think this is just a nearby harbor, which doesn't make any sense
Camp
whatsoever.
Lake, though, because
they'll be...
The radio in the beginning says that Lakeview High is having their graduation cruise from, like, Crystal Lake, blah, 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 blah.
Oh, okay. Okay, so this is...
And they mention that the couple that dies, they mention them. They're like, they're supposed to be on the boat. They're like, they're probably off doing their thing.
Perm tangle.
So they are at Camp Crystal Lake, which is, like, now on this, like, rustic ocean village with, like, mountains around it.
This is where New Asgard was, right?
Yes, it is. Holy shit, it is.
Yeah. This looks nothing like any of the other movies and any of the other, like...
No, this is like the Pacific Northwest or something.
Yeah. It really does. The mountains are huge. There's no mountains like that around here that I'm aware of.
Yeah.
Or there, not here.
It's really, really bizarre. And then we're supposed to believe that they take this cruise from Camp Crystal Lake to
Manhattan.
New York City. Yeah.
To somewhere proximal to Manhattan.
Yeah.
Like, they don't literally dock in the harbor.
They're close enough to take a
But
little
they're
life,
close
though.
enough, right,
Yeah.
right, to row their way there through.
Yeah.
Boy, that scene is something. Okay, so here's the dog.
Aww.
Oh, I like the little anchor on her sweater. She's wearing her nautical
I don't
mom
like that
sweater.
woman's vest, though.
I don't
Yeah,
like anything
so her
about
vest is awful, and her pants are 3 millimeters below her nipples.
You've got to keep your navel double covered.
Yeah.
It's 1989.
It's a scary world, and you've got to have as much fabric as possible, as much denim as possible.
You want that
Between your
denim.
navel and the world.
If you're back in the day, if the tops of your jeans weren't able to rustle up against your underboob, you were doing it wrong. I feel like.
I mean, is there anything sexier than a jean abrasion on your underboob?
Ooh, yeah, that little red line that just
Yes.
goes across the bottom of both boobs. Woo! That's even better than those three-way panties that lady was wearing.
Admiral.
Three-way panties.
I don't know what I was trying to say
does
there.
this kid have a picture of the boat that he's on
his shirt?
I don't know, but he's got a picture of Lloyd Christmas somewhere because he copped his haircut.
And this is like Fat Leslie Nielsen.
I don't see it.
No, but that's definitely Iceman Jr.
Oh, yeah.
Generic old white guy.
Yeah.
Maybe I just think all generic white guys with silver hair look like Leslie Nielsen.
Yeah, I'm not seeing a Leslie Nielsen
I want
there.
to say good luck. We're all counting on you.
I wish it was Leslie Nielsen.
Yeah,
Oh
that would
my gosh.
be great. Leslie
This movie
Nielsen.
would be like
like a
90
Naked
million
Gun
times
Jason
better.
crossover.
Oh my god, that would be amazing.
The only man who can bring down Jason is Lieutenant Frank Drebin.
Yeah.
You know, you say that would be amazing, but that was Scary Movie.
That's true.
Yeah,
My bad.
you're right.
I'm shutting up now.
Yeah.
Like a midget Eddie Girdle. I was going to have to stay on my toes. We should
Sent
do
out
Naked-
the
we should do
International
Naked Gun
Maritime
something.
Signal.
Is that even a thing?
I
Did they just make up some sea gibberish?
I'm not an expert in maritime law.
I don't know.
However.
You tell us. You're the one making up
Yeah.
I totally... Well, first of all, let's look at his awesome sports camera right
Yeah.
there.
Wouldn't it
I
be
love
sad,
that.
like, if you went to law school to be a lawyer and you had to be a lawyer of the sea?
I think I would choose to
That's
maritime law.
quite a shot right there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I totally missed my scientific explanation of the anodized steel that conducted electricity down to the cable in
Yeah.
Jason's butthole,
We were
but
discussing
not
whether
to the ship.
or not this lake would conduct electricity
Well,
from
actually,
the giant high tension power lines running underneath it.
I don't think that the lake water would. I think that because doesn't
Because it's
salt
all-
water make things more conductive?
But it's not
Isn't
salt
that a
water.
thing?
It's a freshwater lake.
Well, at some point it's salt water because
Yeah.
they get to the fucking Manhattan.
Yeah,
No,
that's the
water-
problem with this movie. This
Water
movie
is
makes
a
no
very
fucking
good conductor
sense.
of electricity.
Okay, so let's talk about this ballroom that we kind of on our first run through. Maybe I left the room because I had to leave a couple of times to get food and whatnot.
Like, distracted with conversation.
Well, that little party room makes me want to go on a cruise. I've never wanted to go on a cruise in my life. I'm terrified of going on cruises.
Yeah, like, I have, like, it's not a claustrophobia thing, but, like, if I'm somewhere and I can't leave that place...
If you're 2 days into the cruise and you decide, you know what, I've had enough of this.
Yeah, like,
you're stuck.
screwed. Like,
I can't handle that.
Yeah, like, that makes me nervous.
Yes.
Like, that makes me break out.
That's
crying.
exactly
Just
why I
thinking
can't
about
go
it.
on a cruise. But this little party room on this boat, I'm liking this little circular dance floor.
I could be on a boat if there weren't other people on it.
Well, you could be anywhere where there weren't other people.
My
that's
junior prom was on a boat.
Really?
Really?
Weird.
Man.
Yep.
Was it like this, or was it like a huge ship, or what was the deal? Was Jason there?
I don't remember being murdered. However,
So clearly
It
you didn't
was-
make out with anybody that night if you don't remember being murdered.
Solid.
I don't remember. I don't know. I remember I wore purple lace, and I think I had big hair.
Oh, man, big hair.
So?
But I think it was like probably about this size, maybe a little bit bigger. It wasn't like a cruise ship, but it wasn't like a dinghy either.
Where was this?
Connecticut.
Okay, that makes a little more
I think
sense.
it was on the Connecticut River.
Did you take it to Manhattan?
We did.
We definitely didn't have...
Once you got to Manhattan...
Which actually you can do.
Once you got to
Connecticut
Manhattan,
River.
were you, like, immediately held up?
Did somebody
and then,
kidnap you and inject you with heroin?
Yes.
As soon as you got to Manhattan.
Absolutely.
Okay, wait, let's talk about mimicking playing. The subtitle was mimicking playing.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
great.
it's like some sort of, like, karaoke...
Well, she's trying to shoot a music video, right? Isn't that what's
Yes.
going on? I think so.
Is this axe awesome or what?
Yeah.
I mean, she's very clearly...
She's got a Joan
mimicking
Jett
playing.
type thing going on. She's got her little mini...
Oh, so her
See,
boombox...
yeah.
Yeah, but hold on.
Her
So
hair
we were
looks like a
arguing about the
duster.
boombox amp situation. They're built into one.
They're both.
Yeah.
I mean, you
Well,
didn't have
gaffer
a
tape
boombox
makes
amp
the
situation?
two things into one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think she's trying to shoot...
Did she say, come shoot my basement?
Whoa!
Come and shoot my downstairs.
Yeah, I think she's shooting a music video for whatever it is she's got going on. She was like, it's a ship, it'll be something different and cool. Look at her little baby face under her big feathered / crimped hair.
Yeah, she does have... If she put her hair in a ponytail right now, she would look 15.
Also, that guy's shirt, fantastic.
That's a very Crispin Glovery shirt.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
he's the Crispin
Button
Glover
all
of
the
this
way
one.
up.
Yeah.
Crispin Glover / Wes Anderson-y?
Yeah, totally.
Because it's beige.
Gosh, this is another movie at sea. This is The Life Aquatic with Jason Voorhees.
Oh my god, that would be
Two
incredible.
sea movies in a row.
God, if he just had like a red cap and like a blue shirt.
Oh my god.
Awesome.
Jason with the little...
Yeah.
Oh, man, I wonder, it can't be that hard to make a little tiny red cap for one of my Jason figures.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
Yes.
Gosh, I wish I had an extra one of the reaction ones to just paint him blue
Yeah.
and put a little red hat
Oh,
on him.
that would be awesome.
Oh, man, I might do that anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, so here's a little piece of explanation. So, for the little video we did before this, I've got the Weird Al figure and I've got the Jason figure that I wanted to have him fight. Me and Phantom Jr. did the little bit earlier. And the Weird Al figure, it's a NECA figure. And they've made Jason NECA figures with the fabric clothing and everything like that. I've got them right over there. But in my head, I was like, I'm going to open one up and I'll order another one, so I'll still have one in the box. They're like $100 now.
Whoa.
Those retro cloth
Yeah.
Jasons, yeah, the cheapest one you can get is like $100.
Whoa.
So I was like, maybe I won't open that for 12 people to watch a video on Instagram.
Yeah, so no, I'm good.
So that's why, if anybody's wondering, which I'm sure nobody is, that's why there is a tiny plastic Jason fighting a clothed 8-inch Weird Al.
I think that's a good call.
Yeah.
Also, so what is she doing, though, if nobody's filming her? Because she's playing to a track.
Oh, that's a
I
good
guess
point.
she's practicing,
Practicing how to fake play?
apparently.
Why?
I don't know.
She's getting a feel for the environment.
I guess.
You can't just walk in somewhere and rock out.
Yeah,
Brian
you can.
Cadaver. No, you can't.
Oh, sorry. You're the expert.
If you think that, then you casket creatures that have been a band for over a decade now could use some lessons in rock and roll.
I'm sorry, sir.
I'm going to take you back to rock school. You're going to learn the knee slide all over again. We're going to put you in remedial
It would just
wailing.
be weird to be like, I can't just play guitar in
we
this
missed
different
it. She bonked
environment.
herself on the head.
Oh, yeah. We're pretty sure there was a cut where she bonked herself running down the stairs.
Totally.
Also, that was the first, happening of Jason teleporting.
Yeah.
Because
Which
he was
happens a
behind
lot.
her, she runs down the stairs and he comes out
And then he's in front of her. And it's
So,
that one didn't stand out as much because we hadn't seen it 4 other times in such a ridiculous manner.
Yeah, this
You're like,
one,
that's weird.
It's always been kind of implied, like, maybe when the characters turn around, maybe he sprints. Because he's always a little faster. Yeah. And then they turn around and he slows down.
and then he's just slowly
Yeah.
walking out.
But this
Yeah.
one really said fuck
No,
it.
this one's like, fuck it, he teleports.
Well, why would you wear your pants that high? I mean, that's
Well, if
insane.
you don't have your pants pulled up that high, then your little butt crack definition right there isn't as solid.
I mean, I always want
Boy,
my
whimpering.
pants.
Oh, no, this is it. All right,
Yeah.
all right. We've got to pay attention.
I think it progresses.
I think you're
like
right.
he
But-
starts wearing more like screwed up makeup.
But it progresses, and it also changes. Like, it's
Yeah.
not really a totally natural progression.
Oh, it's not bad. Nothing about this movie is natural.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Maybe the dog.
I feel like she's got she's reminding me of somebody. Judd. Is she a little Ashley Juddish?
Maybe a little bit.
Okay, yeah, he's totally normal kid right here.
Totally.
Yeah.
His eyeball's not even poking out.
Right, which is traditionally, like, he's at least a little deformed.
Yeah,
He
well,
gets
But so why
he
is
gets
the dog
progressively
reacting
more
to this?
Because the dog's psychic. Are you not paying attention?
Oh.
That's psychic. That's Toby the Psychic Dog.
Toby Dog. My
This is a
bad.
crossover with the Toby the Psychic Dog series.
Yes.
The
He's
Scholastic
Airbud's cousin.
Entertainment. Yeah, exact. See? Okay, you do know that. All right, good.
Like, if I went on a cruise, and I'm not saying I would, but I don't think I would box on the
yeah, I would be
cruise.
too busy like relaxing.
Well, but
I'd be too busy getting.
But you're
shit
not a
work.
boxing enthusiast.
Yes, he is. No, I'm just kidding.
If you were a boxing enthusiast, you would box on your relaxing cruise.
No, that's insane.
No,
And-
but you can't say that because you're not. If you
When
were
I think crazy, awesome boxer dude, I think Arian.
this guy, look, this guy loves boxing as much as you love griping.
That's
If you go on a cruise,
literally impossible.
if you go on a cruise, are you going to refrain from griping?
no,
Exactly.
'cause why would I like what?
That's what I'm saying.
Constitutionally incapable.
Enough. Look at her backward suspenders.
That is absurd.
What is happening?
Much about this movie is
Nobody
absurd.
did that either. I was alive in 1989.
Yeah, as was I.
Really.
Nicole, Arian, you guys. Well,
I was
Ryan,
alive.
you were alive,
alive.
but you weren't making
Barely.
notes about people's suspenders.
That's true.
Hey, lady.
He wasn't noticing
God.
fashion.
Nobody was doing that.
How about that?
I was just really scared of this Jason movie.
Now, I will say people were doing the suspender belt double up. That was the thing.
Because they were just like, my biggest fear in life is my pants falling down.
My pants falling below my
nipples.
sub breast above
If
above
my
navel
pants
level.
aren't covering the back of my bra, then they are too goddamn low.
That's why there's suspenders and a belt. You've got to have that
Exactly.
extra security.
But I wanted to say, before we get too much farther,
they're doing the drugs.
Oh boy.
they are doing.
Can't.
There's a lot of drugs. in
Haven't
this
you
movie.
ever seen a horror movie? You can't. That's quite a bit of cocaine.
That's a fancy straw too. What were you going to say before we get any further?
Top
Okay,
dollar too.
so this is supposed to be the high school graduation cruise. First
Even
of all,
though they
that chick
all
is
look like they're
35.
32 years old.
But even beyond that,
Kelly Who is not 32 though.
how many people were in this graduating class? Because there's about 23 people on this boat.
There were 8 people.
And then, half of them disappear just when the murder starts. They just, I guess, jump overboard or whatever.
Nicole, we have to be sensitive here and
And then
recognize
there's 8.
that special needs schools, which these people clearly came from,
Yes.
have a much smaller graduating class than
And
your
they're all
standard
40.
public.
Yeah.
Right,
All 35
they're
high school
they're
kids.
35-year-olds graduating
Pants up to their shoulders.
from their special needs
Yes.
schools. So there are only 8 of them. Everybody's really proud
They finally graduated.
that they're going to go on to learn a trade.
They had just learned crocheting and basket weaving.
I'm actually a little angry that they showed us darts and nobody got killed with darts.
Yeah. I
There's
was
a lot
impressed.
of creative kills in this.
I was
though.
impressed with the branding, though. It had the ship's branding on it.
Yeah, that was nice. That was nice. But that's probably only because the ship that they filmed on had that dartboard.
Yeah, I mean, it was called Lazarus.
Nobody involved with this was like, they were like, you know what? It wouldn't surprise me at all if the director was like, if you pointed out Lazarus, oh, Jason comes back from the dead. If the director was like, oh, cool.
Yeah, nice, dude.
That's neat.
I like her faux Harley Quinn satiny tank top there with dancing people. Or they're not dancing. What are they doing? Are they just socializing on the front?
They're just
Maybe.
It's a weird
having
look.
a nice discussion at a cocktail party.
Who can say?
Like, what are you doing? Oh,
Oh, I meant to look up who this guy was because I feel like he's been in other horror things.
He has,
a
for
good
sure.
creep.
He's a good snooty non-believer
It
guy.
seems like he'd be a principal
For sure.
Yeah.
Some kind of authority figure to kids.
Who hates joy.
Hates joy, doesn't believe in Jason.
Hates children, hates fun.
Oh, he's actually, I think he's the bad guy in Naked Gun 2.
Oh, interesting. There's our crossover.
Yeah. Other than that, I've not seen a whole lot.
Well, that's okay. He's not great. He's just cast well.
He's just there. He's not great.
As opposed to these lava rocks, which steal the show for me.
This is top 5 Jason kills for me. This is in the
Wow!
top 5. It might be 5.
Oh, that's interesting.
Might be
I-
5.
This
but
is
it's-
definitely. What is,
I might be on board with that.
Yeah.
this is the best kill in this movie.
I like this one a lot.
Yeah.
And you know what? The uppercut to the head would be the best kill if they hadn't
If it had
totally
had some,
fucking
like,
botched
fabric-
it.
They did. They
If it
absolutely
had some
did.
arterial spurt or something.
So,
but it's
well, if they shot it from a different angle, if they
Yeah,
no,
shooting
we'll
it
get
from
there.
like the below angle.
Where it
is
just goes,
brutal.
Yeah.
like it doesn't fly up or anything.
really
It just
bad.
falls off. It's
No.
so bad.
It was not good.
This movie has an 8% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I feel like that's a little high.
This is a great kill, and it has that wonderful like horror movie thing where they like are talking to the killer, thinking it's a different person.
I think it's a different
They're not
person.
looking
That
at
is
him.
solid. That's
Every
solid. Okay.
good slasher has that shit.
Here is his shitty Party City Jason mask with the mesh in the eyes. I hate it. It looks so bad.
screaming and grunting.
Yeah.
This is the complete opposite, but equal to
You
in
can almost see
badness.
his underball.
Oh yeah, I noticed that. That was a little.
Sorry, go on.
That was a little troubling.
Did we note that like his chest burst into fire immediately?
There's a lot of things that burst into fire,
Things
flame
are really
immediately.
flammable in this movie.
All right,
Anything
so
that's
this-
a little flammable is really
This
flammable.
Jason is the equal and opposite of the H2O Michael Myers with the giant surprise eyes through the whole movie.
That
is
annoyed me
so
so bad.
weird.
I hate it.
Like his mask is like 2 sizes too small, so he's got big surprised eyes through the whole movie. This is the opposite, but equally bad of that. And also, this girl she can't swim. She can't swim. Swim to the ladder. There's a giant ladder. Just
Yeah.
swim past that obstacle that I just put between you and the ladder, and go to the ladder. All right, so he looks a little more mutilated here. I don't think he's just making a face. I think they messed his eye up a little
Yeah,
bit
his
here.
eye-
this
his
is-
eye and his
they're
lip
starting
are
with the
messed
eye.
up.
Yeah, they're a little jacked up.
And his
He's getting-
nose.
which is not what happened to Jason. Nobody mutilated Jason. Like he was a special boy who looked a little weird and was neglected. Like nobody turned him into a mutant. Like nobody did experiments on him.
No, he did not. He was not exposed to toxic waste.
No, he's
I
not the
think-
Toxic Avenger, despite what he looks like
I
later in the
really
movie.
think that like the director was trying to do a weird toxic waste thing with this because it was kind
Yeah.
of popular in 1989.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. That was a
And
thing.
They were so he was like lackadaisically exploring a toxic waste angle.
Even though that's never been a part of this.
yeah, and it
in
doesn't
way.
make any sense at all. Like, I mean, not remotely, but they're like, oh my god, look at all these other movies that had toxic waste in them, and they were really successful. Maybe toxic waste is what caused Jason to like be alive.
Oh
even
my
though
gosh.
it's not. But I mean, like, he doesn't know how lakes work. He doesn't know how like rivers work. He doesn't
He
know
doesn't know how
boats
fire
work.
works.
Yeah, electricity doesn't.
No,
know how
definitely
any of that
doesn't know how
works.
electricity works.
Yeah,
So apparently everything except for the Manhattan stuff obviously was shot in Canada.
Okay.
yeah, hence the giant mountains.
Yeah.
That aren't in New Jersey.
And apparently, it was brought to the director's attention while they're making this movie about the whole, like, how did they get from Camp Crystal Lake to New York? And he was just like, oh shit, I didn't really think of that. Apparently it was all just this whole idea of, like, I want to take Jason out of Camp Crystal Lake to a city.
Which is not a bad idea.
Yeah.
But why Manhattan where you don't have enough money to film but for 15 minutes?
Yeah, and that's exactly what it was. They didn't have the budget.
Right.
It's expensive to
You have
shoot in
to,
Manhattan.
right,
Yeah.
exactly. You go to Times Square to shoot a movie, you've got to shut that shit down.
Yeah.
And the budget of a horror movie allows you to do that for about 8 minutes.
Yeah.
I love this shot.
This is a great one, yeah, where
That's
he comes
really
out of the
cool.
mirror.
As cheesy as it looks, it has this cool, like, haunted house aesthetic to it.
yeah.
Like, I dig that. That was cool.
I like a lot of the lighting in this movie. Like, there's a lot of like neon lights and shit that look really cool, especially like on the in the bottom of the boat.
Yeah, well, they kind of play off the whole, like, it's like a high school party boat. So they do have that one room with all the neon lights and the disco balls and stuff, and that just sort of, like, expands its way out.
You guys,
from there.
let me pitch you an idea. Needless Things party boat.
I'm in.
It'd be
Yes.
like the
I
Jericho
think I'm in.
Cruise.
I mean, are we renting a boat for like an afternoon on a lake? 'Cause I'm
Yeah,
down
we're
with
not
that.
going to the ocean.
No, I'm
Well,
totally
we
I'm
can
totally
get to
for
the
getting
ocean
drunk on
from
a
the
boat in
lake.
the lake.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
this is a lake venture.
Absolutely.
This is not...
We can
Sign
put it
me-
on Pine Lake and then
sign
take it
me-
out to the ocean.
And we could get to New York.
From Pine Lake.
Pine Lake.
Well, no,
I
what
don't
would
know.
be...
Like,
we
I'm,
would go
like,
from Pine
I
Lake
have
to
a
Atlanta.
lot of faith in our
the equivalent.
alcoholism, Nicole. But I don't know that there's enough alcohol to get us from Pine Lake to the ocean.
I agree. And
Okay,
I
so
think
this-
that we should do this.
I don't... What is happening right now?
She's trying to get complimentariat on the shitty, skeezy old dude.
And I'd just like to
Yeah.
say, I don't care for these panties as much.
She's like,
Yeah.
wait, why does it say stomach and then it points to her vagina?
Because he said you have to be studying for your biology
Yeah.
something
But
or
why
other
where
earlier.
does she think her stomach is in her vagina?
Girl, that's a booty hole. Which, by the way, for the listeners, if you have not looked up Magic School Bus, Girl, That's a Booty Hole, you should go to YouTube right now.
Oh,
and do
I've seen
that.
it.
Yes.
It's fantastic. Yeah, this is like this weird black male thing they're trying to do on the skeezy teacher.
Yeah, I guess. But she's
Oh,
already
the girl just-
graduated.
Right, this is a graduation party. I don't
So-
know what's...
I guess maybe she just wants him to, like, let her drink champagne on the graduation cruise?
It's not so much that the plot or the
Back
story
in high
isn't
school.
establishing this well enough.
Wait,
it's
he-
that I don't care.
He just said he's going to send her back to high school. I don't think you can do that. Like,
You can if you're Principal Jaworski.
If you're Dean Wormer,
yeah.
Is
I feel
that,
like this guy's low budget Christian Slater.
He's like Billy Madison's dad.
He's
gonna
got a
send
little-
him back to high school.
he's got a little Christian Slater. He's got a little Crispin Glover. He's like that. He's that character.
Yeah. Little Johnny Derp.
Johnny Derp.
Yeah.
That's not wrong. That's not wrong. Wayne. Is anybody named Wayne anymore?
No, I don't hear that at
That's
all.
interesting.
Yeah.
not many people are Wayne.
You don't hear Wayne
this day and
or
age.
Bruce.
I think the most recent Wayne I know is the one I went to high school with. Beyond that, I've not met any young Waynes.
I've known some Waynes in my days, but not many. Peter Mark Richmond.
This is the guy.
Yeah.
He has too many first names. I don't like him.
Well,
Never
Yeah.
trust somebody with that many first
Peter
names.
Mark.
And, I mean, Richmond.
Is that like a Peter Tingle? Okay, so here's some information from Mrs. Troublemaker about the gentleman who plays young Jason in this movie. His name is Tom Merkovich. He plays young Jason. And he has been an editor and producer on Marvel's Inhumans, Luke Cage, and The Punisher. So he has found a post-inconsistent young Jason career. So good for him.
holy crap! The shitty old dude is also in Naked Gun 2.5.
I think we established that already, didn't we?
Did we?
Yeah. We've already been there, Arian.
He's also on Matlock.
Now that we did not know.
That's
There you
very
go.
believable.
She's very dry for
And weirdly enough, he shows up in a lot of superhero animated series as a voice actor. He's
That's
Batman
solid.
the animated series. He's old Peter Parker, old Spider-Man, in a couple of episodes
Oh,
of the
that's
Spider-Man
good. Good
animated
for him.
series.
Maybe he'll be at Atlanta Comic Con because they've got a lot of voice actors there.
Sure they do. And he
Jason,
shows up in
hello?
Batman Beyond.
Room service, housekeeping.
You want such a
Oh man, we should watch Tommy Boy at some point.
Oh, hell
Oh, that's
yeah.
one of
We
my
should,
favorite
if we do
movies.
that, we should do Billy Madison.
Well, yeah, you're right. Billy Madison's like the king.
Yes, of those SNL era.
That is
Right off.
Rips her
probably
robe
my
off.
favorite
Yeah.
scene in the whole movie. Because it actually seems as bizarre and slapsticky as it is.
Jason
It seems
hate
very
mirror.
real.
It seems like something that would happen.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Jason hate mirror.
He does, though. They established that in this movie. Now, is that, do you guys recall, is that something that's happened
I
in
feel
other...
like there was another couple times where he saw himself in the mirror.
I don't know. Maybe.
I think there's a precedent, but in this movie for sure, he's got a mirror bashing thing. And he's still all snotty. I'd say this. I like Moist Jason.
I do too.
I wish NECA could get around to putting out a Part 8 Jason with like a slick deco on him.
Yeah.
Because it would look significantly different from the other ones we've got.
It would.
Because let's be honest, as great as NECA's Jason figures are, we have like 8 figures that look almost exactly the same.
And I got all of them. Yeah.
They all have khaki pants and green shirts on.
Yeah.
If you put like a regular human head on them, it would be the most boring fucking figure in my collection.
Oh yeah. For sure.
But yeah, I'd like a snotty Jason. I'd be good with that.
They should actually do fabric mesh eyes.
Oh my gosh.
What movie is it where... Is it The Never-Ending Story where the big thing sneezes on the kid?
Yes, the snail.
Yeah. That's what Jason looks like.
Yeah, he does. He's been
a
flying.
snail sneeze victim.
He's definitely. I mean, this is as Ryan pointed out. Lots of stuff in the late '80s was slime oriented. You had Ghostbusters, He-Man.
You can't do that on television.
You can't do that on television. Everything was about the slime, and it was Jason's turn to embrace the slime, embrace the ooze.
Yeah.
Oh,
Teenage
here we go.
Mutant Ninja
What is
Turtle.
he even holding right now?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Weed
Is
whacker?
Is that a mast?
like a rail gun or something? I don't know.
What's a rail gun? Did you just make that up?
Railgun is like a
Is it a
Gatling
gun that
gun,
shoots
isn't it?
rails?
No, it's like a big
Nah,
ass
it's
laser
like- it's-
sniper rifle.
They
I'm
usually
sorry.
show up
What?
on
Sorry I
that.
said anything.
It's some
Is it
sort
a
of
real thing?
Yeah.
harpoon or something.
Yeah, it's a harpoonish thing. No, a railgun's a real thing, but I feel like the first time I was aware of a railgun was in that,
Metal Gear Solid.
Eraser, the Schwarzenegger movie. I think that's the first time I heard the term railgun. Is he going to bleed?
This is the weakest kill of the entire...
What?
Yeah.
What was
Yeah.
that?
With that
And he barely
He
touched
cut his
Yeah.
throat, and it was like nothing happened. That guy was so old and dried up, he had no blood.
yeah,
I
that
guess.
was a letdown.
That was bad. I feel like a lot of these, they just did one take, and they're like, yeah, that's all we
Good
had
enough.
the budget for or time for.
Keep
or whatever.
going.
Yeah.
Kevin must have been there.
Yeah.
He was like, "No, it's good. We'll fix it."
I don't know.
Keep
Some
going."
of these shoots were like, no,
Save.
fuck that. Do it again.
Oh snap! Your dad is
The
dead,
difference
bruh.
is we can just tell when something's good. These people could not, apparently.
Dad, your dad's dead.
I like how he stands him up and leans him on the wheelie thing.
Yeah, that seems kind of out of character. But
Yeah.
No, that's
Yeah,
no,
okay.
he
sure.
did.
He's
Yeah.
done that.
He's staged
That's
before.
true.
Yeah. I almost said he did it in the first one, but that would be wrong.
That would be his mom.
He did not.
But it's a family tree.
Yeah.
Family tradition. I don't know how that song goes.
It's a family.
I have no idea. I smoke weed and I drink liquor. It's a family tradition.
That's
and
definitely
that's
the
exactly,
way it
totally
goes. Yeah.
works.
exactly how it goes,
I
right?
love how it rhymes.
Hank Rogers Jr. Is that right?
Yes, Hank Rogers.
Hank Rogers,
The third.
the third senior.
Did he? What? That was weird.
Now he's bleeding.
Yeah.
Now that he's been dead for like 30 minutes.
Yeah, that's just really odd.
They just had to get the juices flowing to get the blood to come out.
That's the worst throat cut I've ever seen in my life.
It's
Yeah,
really
was
bad.
I will readily admit that.
I think the actor playing Iceman Jr. is more... What the fuck is up with that guy's hair? That is just the worst. I think
Which
the actor
guy's
playing
hair?
Iceman Jr. is acting totally based off of how shitty that throat cut was.
He's just in shock at how shitty
Yeah.
I
it is.
can't believe that was so bad.
There was
How
no
did that make it
arterial
into the
spray.
movie?
He's just depressed.
Son, why are you so upset? It just was so bad. Oh, look, here's crazy maintenance
Crazy
guy.
Ralph.
Oh,
Oh, my God.
that would be effective if this was a totally different movie and we had not seen Jason yet. Like, this would actually be an interesting plot point if they had done things completely differently.
Well, it does tell them that they're all going to die in the beginning.
Well, and that's an important role.
Yeah.
But this is nonsense because we as the audience have seen Jason the entire time.
But it establishes how this teacher completely thinks that all the students are crazy.
But that's not interesting in any way.
He thinks that, well, he's been saying that everybody that's not him is crazy. And he also just pulled a knife on that guy, didn't he?
Yeah.
He's like, I'm the
Walking
only sane one
corpses in
here,
our
so I'm going to pull a weapon on you.
He's so over the top,
Yeah.
ignorant adult that it's not even. It's just like, come on, whatever. Just please, when does this end? When will this be over?
Yeah. He's in a room with 2 dead bodies, but he's yelling at this kid to watch his mouth.
I wouldn't yell at the boxer kid.
Yeah.
I'd yell at the griping kid. I'd be like, damn it, gripey! What's your problem?
See how shitty that throat cut looked? I'd be pissed about that. That's what I'd be yelling about.
Why did that get wet all of a sudden? I swear a second ago, hair guy was not wet.
I don't know. I've lost track of who's wet and who's dry in this movie at this point.
Jason's always wet. That's a fact.
It's true. Oh man, that's going to ruin her perm.
It's true.
How do perms work?
I don't know, and I've had a couple. I mean, like, many,
fucking
many
perms.
years ago.
How do they work?
Well, my mom, going through all these pictures, because I brought back a shit ton of pictures from like the 80s, mid to late 80s from my parents from this last visit. And my mom sported a perm for a while. And I remember her getting perms, and I remember them smelling horrible.
Yeah.
But, like, what is it? How does it work? What is
chemical?
I got a perm in the 7th grade, or the 8th grade, one of the two. I think,
Sure.
like, there's a picture of me from junior high with really curly hair.
That's like around this time, right?
Yeah, actually
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah.
And I also had braces, so it was super cool.
Oh, nice.
But I remember them putting these little plastic rollers in my hair, and then squirting from a plastic bottle this really terrible smelling bullshit.
Yeah.
And then they put cotton all around my head.
Oh, what?
And a shower cap on, and I had to sit under a dryer for like an hour.
But it lasts
They
like...
took it out, and I had curly hair for like several months.
Yeah, it lasts like a long time. But you're not supposed to get it... I mean, do you wash it?
Yeah.
So it's even though you're washing your hair
Yeah, you
normally and
wash
stuff. Well, I don't know the mysteries of late 80s women's hair. Kelly Hu does not have this concern.
No, she has beautiful
lovely
straight
long hair.
Yes.
With no bangs, by the way.
And backwards suspenders.
Yeah,
and backwards
that's
suspenders.
the only mystery.
She's dressed like an X-Man for some reason.
Look at that
Look at the
Jason
KY.
Q.
Yeah,
Off the
Jason's
door.
super moist and gooey.
I thought you were about to say Jason Soup.
Okay, so
It's like Henry Juice. He's
Yeah.
like Mark Henry on the way to the ring.
I don't know if this was intentional, but when the blonde chick dies, she's looking in the mirror. Did you notice that shot?
Oh,
And I
yeah.
might be giving the director way too
I'm
much credit to think
sure.
that was intentional.
I'm sure you're giving him too much
Yes.
credit. I love this dance floor in this circular party room. This is
I want to
awesome.
have this party.
I love
Yes.
that the lights are always on, just partying anytime you want.
Dude, you never know when somebody's going to show up to party. You got to be ready. Now, granted, you don't have to have a bartender apparently. But,
Yeah.
Well, they're all 18-year-olds.
Open bar.
Yeah, they can't have a bar.
Closed
They've
bar.
got squirt, surge.
Nah, that
See,
looks-
the bar's locked. You
That
can't even get
looks
to the
like,
bar.
That looks like booze bubbles.
there's
back
no
there
way
to
you can
me.
say-
They've
Go with
got
that.
tab and surge. And
Tab.
right?
so you're right. Surge was
90s.
later. Surge was like late 90s. You're right.
Jolt,
So-
they had Jolt Cola.
No, I don't think they even had Jolt.
they had
in
Jolt
89.
Cola in the late 80s.
Did they?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Yeah, they definitely did.
So
I only know
tab,
that 'cause of
Jolt.
Stranger Things, but yeah.
What's that shitty lemon
Faygo?
lime? No, not Faygo, but it begins with an F, I
7
think.
Up.
Fresca?
Fresca!
Fuck that
They
shit.
totally had Fresca
I
there.
hate that shit.
Oh, it's terrible. It's the
That's
worst.
like a punishment.
Yeah, you're right. It's not as bad as that. What's the stuff they have at the World of Coke? That's the
Beverly.
Beverly.
Oh.
That's the worst thing I've ever
What is
drank in
that?
my life. You've never had Beverly?
I don't drink soda.
We need to have a needless excursion to the World of Coke.
Oh, I'm down.
I think that would be a lot of fun.
I've actually been to the World of Coke once, but I don't
I've
think
never
I
been.
met Beverly.
We all need to have a Beverly taste test. It's the worst thing you've ever put in your
so
mouth.
Bad.
Why?
I don't know. About
I don't
that.
know.
Yeah.
It tastes like
What is it?
drinking
It's
Lysol.
just the
maybe?
worst soda ever made. I don't know.
Is it French or
It's Italian. I think.
Italian? Italian. You're right. It's a
Weird.
fucking nightmare in your
Yeah.
mouth. And
Well,
then you
I
can
mean-
go and legally the FDA allows it.
I mean, I'm not saying I've ever had a nightmare in my mouth before.
Hey-o.
It's
I've
bad.
never had Beverly.
It's bad. You do not want Beverly in your mouth. we need to do that. It tastes like somebody sprayed Lysol and hairspray into a cup until there was enough for you to drink,
Yum.
and then you drink it,
And it's carbonated.
and it's carbonated.
It's real bad.
Now I'm kind of curious. We should go.
Don't be.
I mean, you should and shouldn't be.
But next to that, Fresca sucks really bad.
Compared to Beverly, Fresca is like the
delicious.
best thing ever.
Yeah.
But Fresca's terrible.
Yeah. Yes.
And I remember my dad adopting a likeness for Fresca.
Yeah, like my dad had the same thing. I don't know
Yeah,
what it
for
is.
some reason, he thought it was cool for
I
him
think
to
that
like
was
Fresca.
that was like a dad move. I don't know why, but my friend's dad was like that too. And every time we'd be over there, it was like, yeah, everyone was drinking Fresca. Oh,
Yeah.
Like, hey Ryan, get me a Fresca.
I'd rather not.
You're like, do you have any soda? And I'm like, well, we got Fresca in the fridge.
I would love to have a terrible things taste test where we had Fresca, Don Cheadle's Michelin drink,
No.
Michelin mix.
Oh my god, I
Beverly.
can't do that again.
Oh, Beverly is worse than Don Cheadle.
Oh yeah,
I can't imagine.
It totally is.
yeah.
Don Cheadle was
I
horrifying.
could drink Don Cheadle's Michelin mix all night before I would even take a sip of Beverly.
That was the worst nightmare that's ever been in my mouth. Honestly,
So would you call
Don
that?
Cheadle.
Would you call that Terrence Howard?
Yes, Beverly is the Terrence Howard of beverages. For
you
sure.
dummy, you accidentally shot that dude.
Well, that's okay. We don't really need any of these people.
No.
That's a cool shot.
That was a cool shot. Although it's really weird, the way that they shot it made it look like he swatted that camera and that kid's head off all in one go. But apparently Jason just grabbed the camera and threw it,
Yeah,
which seems a little out of character.
yeah.
I guess he threw it and then the glasses because the kid had glasses on.
Oh, he did have glasses before,
Yeah.
so he got his camera and his glasses
Yeah.
in one shot. She's got a hole in her head, which I
Oh,
like.
for a second I thought he was feeling her boob. I was like,
I mean,
wow.
yeah, well, he had no other opportunity to do
here
it.
we go.
He's like, oh, my friend is dead.
This is
Oh,
probably
he's
the
on fire.
this is
On
probably
fire.
the most humorous.
And
The
immediately on
second, possibly before he hit that control panel.
So the control panels on the ship are very dangerous.
Incredibly
You immediately
flammable,
burst into flames
electrified.
when you touch them.
You
Rushes
can't
by
look
it and just
crossways.
burst into flames.
You have to be a fire technician, certified fire technician, to even touch the controls of this ship in the power room, as they called it. Sounds like there's a problem in the power room.
Is that not what it's called? You're the nautical expert.
Well, it's anodized.
Look at that mannequin.
Obviously, that's a great mannequin.
It's like a CPR dummy on fire.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Straight up a Macy's Labor Day sale. Look at its weird ding dong shape, though.
No.
It's got like a package.
I also feel like it's cut off at the knees or something.
Because it's a CPR dummy. They don't need legs.
That's true.
It's true.
They were like, what's the cheapest way we can get a dummy? Oh, here's this CPR Annie. Set it on fire.
You know what? CPR dummy, not inexpensive.
Yeah, actually they're not. I just had to
They're
buy a whole bunch
pretty pricey.
Yeah, you'd be like a.
You'd know that if you'd ever
an
accidentally
actual-
cut one's head off.
I've
a man.
mine have removable
what?
heads. What?
Is this from The Office, or did that actually happen?
No, I think it was an office thing.
Yeah,
because
or
I think
cut his
Dwight
face off.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dwight. Yeah, that's right. He cut his
Yeah.
face off. I knew that was coming
That
from
is really
somewhere,
funny.
but I
Yeah.
couldn't remember what it was. You'd be surprised how expensive they are, or something like that.
Yeah.
I can't remember what the bit was.
Oh, Dwight.
And I'm all like, what?
His old-timey, weird flare gun.
It's like it's like a
oldie.
pirate flare gun.
Yeah, it
Ye
is.
oldie flary gunny.
A blunderbuss.
Flares.
Is it a blunderbuss?
That was
against
a
flare gun?
good. That was a good reference. Very solid.
Indeed, indeed.
That was back when flare was spelled with a Y. Flayre. All right, so is this a different hatchet?
No,
Yeah, no. I think it was different.
No, it has that head.
But the handle I thought was two different colors on the other one. It looked like it was beige and white.
Maybe.
I don't know. It doesn't matter whether it is or
Jason
not.
I thought it was the first.
Whether it is or not, this movie's still
Dude,
terrible.
He teleports like crazy. Like
Yeah, this
these
is
last few scenes.
ridiculous.
Like he just teleported them, but then like he's just looking at him, and then
Totally standing there looking at him. Even if right now he's starting up the ladder. What? Nonsense.
Yeah,
And I
he very much
love
teleports.
nonsense, but fucking come on. All right. I remember now. I don't think it's really apparent until we get to Manhattan, but at one point, the tear in Jason's shirt on the abdomen, it looks like he's smuggling a packet of ramen behind that little tear. Just keep an eye out for that.
He looks like he's doing that thing that like the really strong guys do, where they're like flagpole.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Only he's impaled.
I'm sure all of us have done that at one point or another.
Anytime. I
Okay,
just hiked
so-
all the way over here.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Little horizontal flagpole action.
So he throws Julian off the ship, the boxer guy, off the ship at this point, right?
Yes,
Yes.
correct.
And I guess he's just underwater for the next 20 minutes?
Yes. He's in. If you know anything about nautical science, the ship creates a wake around it that provides not only tow for anything that's in the ocean or lake in proximity
Around
to the
it,
ship,
yes.
but also provides oxygen. And why does Jason's silly jelly eyeball look completely different here than it does at any other point
Yeah,
in
it
the
looks
movie?
really bad.
I like that he headbutted his way through the porthole.
Yes.
I hate that the mesh in his fucking eye holes. It's so bad. Look at
And
my
he is
jelly
covered
eye.
in green slime.
It is literally
It's just like green jello.
Jello, yeah. And his head right there looks like a bad toy.
Yeah, it's like
Like the wash on it,
it does.
Yeah.
it's really bad.
There's something about that scene with him busting out of the porthole, though. It's just like one of those like iconic images I have from.
Oh,
when
it's
I was
great.
a kid. Like,
It's
I
great.
Just love that.
No, you're right. That's
That's a cool scene.
it looks awesome. Him grabbing her through the porthole, like it's
Yeah.
something different. Like I said, the concept of let's get Jason out of Crystal Lake
Do it something different,
is
yeah.
great. The execution,
As opposed to Jason X, where the concept and execution
put him in space.
awesome,
Put that motherfucker in space.
and it's perfect.
It's great. And you're right, that is totally a blunderbuss.
Yeah,
A blunderbuss.
a flare blunderbuss.
We're going to take the blunderbuss to the party boat, and it's going to be a good time.
So there's a giant knife hanging off of this thing
In
with
between
no
a
other
couple-
cutlery around.
Cutlery.
Cutlery.
I'm going to say that is the most competently shot sequence in the whole movie. Is follow because it's all one shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They follow him, and then somebody ran up, yanked the knife off, and they go back around. Like that was solid. I can't
Yeah.
even talk shit about that.
There are a couple where it's almost like I feel like somebody went up to the director and was like, "Hey, maybe we should have a good shot in this."
Yeah, because there's a
sequence
couple like
and do this
cool shots.
Yeah,
Not many.
This was
Like,
that
it was
was
like
not
two.
one.
and that was
Yeah.
like red herring moment.
Again, the concept was great, but what is this business? Why is he like, nah? Why did he just say, hey, Professor, I'm not killing people. I'm going to take this knife and see if I can go figure out
Defend
who it
myself.
is.
Yeah.
Also, why is the boat sinking? Just because Jason's on it?
No, because that guy got set on fire and blew up the power room.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, that's how.
He did set
Again,
fire.
if you're not familiar with nautical science, if the power room gets blown up, the ship sinks.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's just
That's just science.
Very quickly, too, apparently.
That's a lot of
Yes.
water. I mean, that's like
like
we hit an
green.
iceberg water. And
What if what really
They're in
happened
the
is
lake.
Jason went back in time, and that's how the Titanic sank?
it could...
that sounds right.
Oh my god, that's what happened.
Yeah, I think so.
We've got it.
He's already experienced with being on ships and killing people, as we've seen here.
I can't even
He's
imagine how
practically a naval
shitty
officer.
it would be to shoot on an actual boat as opposed to a boat set. Because, like, Life Aquatic was obviously a boat set.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
built to accommodate cameras and actors moving around and whatever else. This, very clearly shot on an actual boat that they probably rented for a night.
Oh, for sure.
Which is probably a lot like shooting in a 6-foot by 10-foot trailer.
Yes. Yes.
A rainstorm
Yes.
for 14 hours.
Very much like that, I would
Sucks.
imagine.
I don't know anything about that, but I imagine that would suck.
I'm super excited for the Joe Stryker needless commentary.
Oh, yes. I think we're just going to do Joe Stryker on every podcast situation that we're involved with.
Oh, man. He's going to blow him away with his flare gun.
His Flunderbuss.
You know what? The gun failed. He did not throw it at him.
His
Yeah.
flare
Has that
mouse.
guy not ever seen a movie
Oh,
before?
that's what you do.
That's what you're supposed to do.
So yeah, this guy does understand now. Oh, maybe it wasn't him.
He's like, maybe he axed himself in the back. Because he still
I
doesn't...
wish he'd said that.
Yeah.
No, because when they get to New York, he's still like, "You're crazy saying it was Jason."
Yeah, when he sees
Yeah, but
Jason,
he
he's like,
sees
you can't
Jason
be
on
Jason,
the
you're
break
dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, so how does the dog get
How
down?
does the dog get in the boat?
Like,
Because Jason is warging into the dog.
Jason is not the only one who can teleport.
It's true. The dog, Toby the
Who they've
teleporting
ignored
dog.
the rest of the movie. Like, the whole middle part of the movie he's ignored. But is he in there now?
He is not. He is in the party room right now.
Wait, there...
Nope.
I don't know. This is nonsense. This movie's fucking nonsense.
I agree. The dog is not there either.
No.
Not in that shot.
Nope.
At all. No dog. That shot is dog free.
Yeah, this is definitely no dog shot.
There's
There's
the
the dog! Holy shit! The dog teleported!
Magic teleporting dog. You know what? He teleports and he plays basketball.
Yes, because
Toby
he's
the
everyone's
dog.
cousin.
Yes, Toby the dog.
And
This guy has been underwater.
For like 15 or 20
Yeah,
years.
it's
for
the
15.
anodized nautical science, you guys.
You're right.
If there's one thing you're... Whoa! He just put his finger right up that guy's butt.
He was checking his oil.
That really happened. My goodness. Alright, now we get this, like, Clash of the Titans, Ray Harryhausen shot of this boat. This is
It's like
ridiculous.
some Sinbad shit.
It is. It totally is. Except it's 1989.
It's like,
Look
did they
at this-
really have to, like, CG this?
Let's look at this movie right now and accept the fact that it came out the same year as Batman and Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
Good God. You put it that way, it's kind of sad.
Well, to be fair, though, this movie was made for like $1,200.
Yeah.
And this guy is still bitching.
He's salty.
He is still complaining, like, why haven't we found shore yet? I don't know, because we're in a fucking dinghy and it's far away.
Do you know why he's salty? It's because they're in the fucking ocean somehow.
Somehow. With a magical fucking dog.
With a magic
Because they're in the
teleporting
Camp Crystal
dog.
Lake Ocean.
Yes. They are in the Crystal Lake Sea.
I mean, if somebody listening has a good explanation of how they got from Camp Crystal Lake to New York.
Now, where's Camp Crystal Lake supposed to be located?
I mean,
It's like New Jersey-ish, right?
the
They
first...
filmed it in New Jersey. And so...
But is that where it's supposed to be?
Hold on, I will.
They never
I
say.
will consult.
All right, yeah, but we need, since Red Ranger
Like I
is
said,
sadly not here, we need somebody else to take control of the
in Jason
Googletron.
Goes to Hell, it all very clearly takes place in Connecticut.
Right.
Which is supposed to be
That's
like
why there's so many
Jason's
white people in it.
family and stuff like that. So
Except for Creighton Duke,
well, yeah, no,
who very clearly is not comfortable in Connecticut.
I mean, no, but no one's comfortable in Connecticut.
Vince McMahon is.
So
That's where the Main Street Posse comes from.
I guess
Yeah.
Camp
It's,
Crystal Lake could be in Connecticut.
New Jersey.
New Jersey. Okay, so that is. That's
close.
supposedly that's the area.
Yeah. So you could get from New Jersey to New York on a boat.
I just don't buy it from Camp Crystal
But from
Lake.
Camp Crystal Lake, no. I'm sorry. It was a little bitty camp lake.
Look how far away they are from the city right
Yeah,
now.
that would take like half a day.
Yeah.
Maybe longer if you have people as physically fit as, like me. I would give up right now. I'd probably just die.
I'd be like, maybe we'll wash up in the morning.
Right.
Go to sleep.
Let's take a nap, and hopefully the current will take us in.
Yeah. That's what I would do.
Oh, man. Look at this dog.
How did the dog get up the ladder?
They threw it.
How does the dog climb a ladder?
No,
Oh,
I don't
guess
know,
it
but this
teleported.
is... This little area right here is so Ninja Turtles looking that I
It
kind of
is.
love it.
Yes.
It really is.
And this is where we come back to the whole toxic waste, like,
And
theme.
there he is. He's like, I am following these people.
Covered in mucus.
That Kane Hodder knows how to climb a nautical ladder.
I'm sure it's hard for him to see.
I'm sure it's hard for him to do anything.
Yeah.
And this part is rather...
I was waiting for something there. I thought he was like taking a breath. Oh,
It's
jeez.
so ridiculous.
Oh,
Yeah.
It makes
boy.
no sense.
The Eastern Hockey League thing, and like,
I feel like that's supposed to be a joke.
Oh, I mean, it totally is. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like,
Is
because if you think about it, Jason probably doesn't really know what his mask is.
yeah.
no, he just...
Like,
he
that's
picked it up
probably
at
the
a barn.
first time he's seen what he's wearing to have
Yeah.
a reference for
Yeah.
it. Oh, these guys.
Yeah, they're pretty classic looking goons.
They're fine. Whatever.
They're like, shut up, shut up! No one's talking.
Holmes.
Save Ethiopia Fund. What does that mean?
What does any of this mean?
Good point. Alright, so yeah, this is this weird, like... I feel like this is like my dad's version of like what he thinks New York is like. Like you get
Yes.
to New York and you instantly get robbed, like immediately.
Yeah.
And then they start shooting you up with heroin. I don't know. I mean, I know it was rougher back then, but I don't know.
But it
if
wasn't that much
Yeah.
rougher, like...
I mean, I don't know. I've never been to New York City.
But I mean, like, I grew up in Connecticut. Like, I went to New York City in 1988 with my grandmother to see the Rockettes. And
you didn't get
did
robbed
not
and
get
shot up with
raped
heroin?
or murdered or
Shot up with heroin?
zero heroin. Zero.
Huh.
I've
That
never
you
even
know of.
seen heroin.
That surprises me.
Yeah. I mean, it was shocking. It was definitely shocking. But
I've never been north of Washington, D.C.
But it's like they just got there and they immediately are robbed.
You're right. No, it's totally...
that was before Giuliani cleaned the city.
this is 100% like what my parents told me about New York.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm pretty sure when you cross the George Washington Bridge,
You have to
then
get mugged.
you immediately get mugged. And there's a 50% chance that you will get kidnapped and forcibly given very expensive heroin.
But they also give you an I Heart New York bumper sticker.
Yes, yes. And a t-shirt.
I am a fan of the I Heart New York Jason poster. The little promotional poster for this. And
I
think
don't know. I don't know if I've seen it.
Oh, really?
it's
I think it was
great.
also
Yeah.
the VHS cover, I believe. But I'm a big fan of that.
Wasting some hair on this honky bitch.
Yeah, like, what heroin addict is going to be like, you know what I want to do? Just give my heroin to, like, this stranger.
Well, to be fair... Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. To be fair, these guys are both pretty scrawny and kind of weenie looking.
Yeah.
So they probably need a little something to make their victims less resistant.
Yeah.
Not that she's putting up much of a fight anyway.
No, she's like barely doing anything.
Yeah.
None of her friends or her mother are coming after her.
They didn't give a shit.
They're all like, well, we don't want to get shot, so I guess she's just going to get raped by New York hood rats now.
Yeah, she is possibly the worst final girl. Like, she runs around terrified the whole movie, has zero growth.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah, you're right.
She starts off terrified and ends up terrified.
She's very, like, not memorable. I thought
Passive,
the rocker
yeah.
chick would have been a better choice.
Nothing
Yeah.
is made of her, like, weird psychic connection with young Jason. Like, that doesn't really go anywhere.
Well, they show her crazy dad throwing her into the lake as a kid, and Jason was, like, at the bottom
But
of
that
the
doesn't
lake.
really play into how she survives or anything.
Yeah,
Like, it just happens that the sewers get flooded with toxic waste.
that's true.
I think that's why we're supposed to believe that, like, Jason keeps coming after her. Is because he encountered her in Crystal Lake.
Yeah.
Huh.
I think that is the tie.
I'm not saying
because otherwise it's very
Yeah,
very
it's
loose.
weak.
But yeah. Otherwise, it just wouldn't make sense because it just seems like you were saying, it just seems like it'd be cooler if he just massacred like everyone at Times Square.
Yeah.
That would be a lot cooler.
And that right there, he just killed that guy.
Yeah.
That was a death in this movie.
Yeah.
That pipe. We're going to break a pipe. Huh.
That's a cool
Okay.
looking pipe. It would have been cooler if he like steamed off the guy's face.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, literally any
Anything.
pipe head combination you could think of.
Well, it's cool because the best fight scene in the movie is happening now.
Well,
Oh
that's
my god,
true.
can we remake this movie?
Oh, I'd be down with that.
I do feel like if they remade this movie, they could do it a lot.
Like I
I
said,
don't mean
conceptual.
they, I mean we.
No, us. No, definitely us.
I mean we.
Because we,
right.
right now,
Alright.
with the money and resources we have, could make a better Jason uppercuts a guy's head off
Yes.
than they did with this movie.
Yes,
like
absolutely.
right now. We
Oh,
could
yeah.
stand up
Tonight.
and go do it now.
Yeah.
Oh, I agree with that.
And it would look better.
It would be hard to make a Jason that look that cool. That's the only problem. Because he
Look,
looks pretty sweet.
I've got
You got some masks.
the full head mask and hockey mask
That's true.
from, I think, 7.
And then at that point, we just got to grease down a dress
Yeah.
shirt and we're good. Yeah.
Yeah. We just gotta cover you in KY.
We'll just put ramen all over you and grease it down.
Yeah, I'm good with that. I mean, that's typical Monday night.
Sounds
for me
pretty
anyway.
awesome.
I don't know how you guys think I spend my time, but...
Use the combos. Keep the feet light. This is it.
Jeez.
He's going in like he's
So
gonna win.
Yeah, and it's
This
scene goes on for a long time. like he punches
Well,
this
like,
guy for 20
they-
minutes.
It's
They Live had
uncomfortably
just
long.
come out a couple years earlier, right? Yeah, they're
But
trying
They
to.
Live is the greatest fight scene of any movie ever.
Yes.
Well, it's because it's actually a fight scene and not a punching bag.
Yeah, it's just I just feel like they should have cut it.
I can't remember what year They Live was right now. Was it 88?
I feel like it was
It had to be.
86 or
Yeah.
87. Hold on, I'll consult that.
Well, Big Trouble in Little China was 86.
Yeah.
So They
It
Live
was
had to be
87 or
88.
I think it was 88.
I don't think it was 87. I think it was 88. Oh, he's running out of
You're right, it's
steam.
88.
Okay, that's what I thought.
He's very dramatically running out of steam.
Which, I mean, look, the acting in this scene and the way it's shot up until the uppercut, like it goes on way too long.
Yeah.
But if you're going to let this scene go on too long,
The uppercut
it's
itself
solid.
is
It's
not
just
bad. It's the like result of the uppercut.
right. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, they shoot it at a really bad angle.
Look, his knuckles are even bloody and
Yeah.
everything. Like, it's a solid concept. They just blew it, just like everything else.
Not everything.
Even that one shot where they shoot him from below the first time is a neat shot. But the fact that they go back to it here is dumb.
That is so
That-
bad. That and look, no.
I do like that it goes
in the dumpster.
Yeah.
That is pretty awesome.
Boom.
But like shooting from below is ridiculous.
is so bad. I apologize for the listeners who heard some of the feedback. I just recorded that and put it up on the old Instagram. Because it's such a piece of shit.
It really, really is bad. This is what heroin's like, if you didn't know.
It makes everything blurry slightly.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Don't do heroin, kids. It makes your vision a little bit blurry.
You've blurred my life.
Just slightly, though. I can still see fine.
Yeah, she can still see fine enough to drive a car.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
She's pretty okay.
Well, it's not like it's illegal to drive a car. Under the
I was like, I'm pretty
heroin.
sure heroin is illegal.
Oh, that's fine.
Like
this is weird to me, too. The cop's like, freeze, motherfucker.
It's mom.
Yeah,
a
like
middle-aged white woman with a perm wearing a goddamn nautical sweater.
he's got a clear in the back of the head.
She's up to no good.
It's like, I'm gonna shoot you in the back of the fucking head. And they're like, whoa, calm
She's
down.
like, no,
That's
I'm not
Jason
okay. I've got
Voorhees."
the AIDS now. They shot me up with heroin.
Yeah, that's probably true.
She's like, I'm
Yeah.
totally on the nod. I'm way high on heroin.
Friday the 13th, Part 9. Rennie has AIDS.
This one's gonna be a sad one. No Jason.
I don't believe you. There's no Jason.
The true killer is a...
Yeah, now it's just all symbolism. The whole time Jason Voorhees was just the AIDS virus.
Oh.
Right, her little hallucinations continue. It's full-grown Jason, but he's just AIDS.
Yeah.
Our first order of business is to find Julius. Oh, look, we found Julius.
I must have gone upstairs before because I don't remember them all squeezing in the... Nice! Yeah, I don't remember this. Let's see, look how short he is.
Yeah, you're right.
The good thing
I found
is
a picture of me
he
and him
apparently
together and-
somehow put the keys in the car.
Yeah.
I don't know how, but... And then he teleported.
And then he teleported.
Well, and look, Kane Hodder has an amazing presence, so it does not matter that he's like 5'6", but...
He's
Not
like
5'6".
He is shorter every time you describe him.
he's probably...
He's taller than I am, and
Yeah,
I'm
no, I'm
Looks
sure he's
like
like,
he's
I'm sure he's like
5'10",
6 foot, 6'1", something
Yeah,
like that.
I'm sure
My-
he's 4'11".
Because
My
I
head
am
comes up to his chin.
I am irregularly tall, for sure.
look, it's the...
But when I met Kane Hodder, I was like, whoa, I am way taller than this guy, and I was not expecting that.
Yeah, it doesn't ever explain why she keeps seeing him as a child. Keeps seeing little Jason. Not sure what that's about.
Well,
Yeah.
if you fall into a lake with a corpse, the anodization of the water creates a semitubular connection
That's what I was messing.
between your brains.
It's all about magnets, really.
It is.
Yeah.
It's about magnets,
And how they
work.
How do they work?
It's about seminiferous tubuloidal buttonoids. It's all of that kind of science fact.
BUTTS.
Yes.
Yeah, see, I thought it was unilateral tubiology.
No, it's
whatever he said.
it's quadrilateral.
Quadrilateral.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That
Anodized.
That makes sense. I knew it was anodized.
It's all anodized.
Also-
Anything in the water.
We completely missed the fact that the middle-aged mom in the nautical sweater died in the police car fire. So
Did
she
she?
killed her.
Oh, shit, you're right.
Yeah, we just glossed over that.
And now there's a little boat in
And
the
now
boat.
Yeah.
this is the weirdest transition ever.
Yeah.
It goes so slow.
Just this
I
weird
know.
grease puddle.
I spent too much time in that transition because it looked like the from Chappelle's show, the Method Man in the toilet.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and I guess this is supposed to give you some clarification, but it doesn't. It kind of just makes it more confusing.
This is supposed to be telling you why she's afraid of swimming.
And why Jason's after her.
Yeah.
That yawn,
Yeah.
that's the best review of this movie.
He's angry with her because she's has.
Wait,
not
why
learned
is he
how to
wearing the
swim.
same sweater as Jason's mom?
Oh, shit.
Is he not?
Wow, he is.
He is.
Whoa.
Whoa, there's some weird twist here.
It's true.
Maybe he's really Mrs. Voorhees.
Holy
Oh, you don't want to end
shit.
up drowning like that Voorhees boy, do you?
Oh,
He never learned how to swim either.
So he does believe in
does
Jason.
believe in Jason
That
because
son of a
he's
bitch.
Jason's hermaphrodite mom.
He's wearing his
He impregnated
sweater.
He
Oh my
impregnated
God,
himself.
Jason's dad.
No, he impregnated himself, and that's why Jason was the way Jason was.
Just like Mrs.
All
Carter.
right, I'm not
Right.
following that part.
Right. No, it's like Cartman.
So he is Miss
He
Voorhees?
is Mrs. Voorhees.
Okay.
Yeah.
Einhorn is Finkel.
And then he laces out.
But there is some weird twisted shit happening with this. I feel like it's a little deeper than we gave it credit for.
I don't think you're right about that at all. I think we're
Really?
totally just latching on to things that mean nothing.
So
but
you don't think that he's wearing the exact same sweater?
no, I do not.
Really?
I don't.
I don't know.
And if he is, I think it's completely coincidental.
I think
I
he's
think-
a son of a bitch, though, because he did throw that kid in the water.
And he
Yeah,
knew
that's
that Jason
terrible.
existed.
That's terrible. I think if you
Good job
asked the
killing your
director, if you were like, so what did it mean that dad professor guy was wearing the same sweater as Pamela Voorhees, the director would be like, really?
Really?
Oh, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I never noticed. I
Yeah.
haven't seen the other 7.
He's like, and I didn't watch this one either.
Hey, look,
You
he's
mean
still
there was
wearing a
more
blue
movies?
sweater now.
It's his color.
It's a different cut, but it's still a blue sweater.
Well, as he matured, he went to the V-neck as opposed to the boat neck.
And you know what? His death is stupid and awful too. He just gets upended into a barrel of goop.
Oh my
Oh,
God!
yeah,
He
it's
says,
not
"I
even-
saved your life." He threw the bitch in the lake, and then he's like, "I saved your life."
That's some
like
pretty
choking
solid
someone
gaslighting right there.
and like letting them go right at the end.
Right,
and saying,
right.
I saved your
I
life.
saved you. You'd be dead now if I hadn't let go.
If I had continued to choke you.
You owe me.
Wow.
I like how he fell into a perfect little pile of shredded paper.
Yeah.
That's like the least garbagey New York garbage ever.
Because
Let's
he
throw a
probably-
pipe on there too so
Yeah.
it'll look more garbagey.
He was probably like, "I will not fall into you."
Has he got tanner on his collar? It looks like he's got self-tanning. It looks
He's
like
got
Dolph.
bronzer.
It looks like
Yeah.
Dolph Ziggler's T-shirt.
I'm sure it's probably makeup.
This looks very Ninja Turtles.
It's a
Yeah, it does. Yeah, this is another one that is completely absurd. He's
Yeah.
running away from Jason, who he saw in the street, and then Jason's in the...
in the building and throws him out.
Like,
I do like how
clearly-
unexpected
clearly
it is, though.
Jason
You're like, how did he
teleports.
play out the window?
We've just got to accept that Jason can teleport.
We just gotta accept that this movie is a pile of fucking turds. My gosh.
But they're good.
Oh,
turds.
look, it's got a dead rat
I
in
like
it,
the
too.
dead
It's the
rat.
rap from the beginning.
Is
Yeah.
it Splinter?
Yes.
It is Splinter.
Look, you can see the seams on Hodder's costume there. It's literally, in certain shots, you can see that the outside is like sculpted burns and stuff, and the inside is just a shirt. Like, you can actually see the seam of where the makeup effects end. Look, there it is, you see his elbow!
yeah.
Oh, man, I hate this movie. So bad. Okay, and then this guy with his nice earth tone look. No parking towaway zone, often spray painted. Like, that's how cities do it.
In Romania, that's exactly how it is.
Yeah. It really was.
Yeah.
I would believe it if you told me that this portion of the movie was shot in Romania.
Yeah.
I think you said Canada.
Yeah.
It was shot in Canada.
It was Canada.
Which is the same as Romania, really.
Basically, everything's shot in Vancouver.
Oh, yeah.
Look how sincere this guy looks.
Yeah, he's kind of a dumbass.
Well, it's so funny because you don't even realize that he's the male lead of the movie.
No, not until the end.
No,
Not until the
last
end, and
7
he
minutes.
survives, and
Yeah.
you're like, oh,
You're like, oh, I guess
He's-
this is the...
he's not going to die. I didn't realize that, because he looks like he's the douchey guy.
Yeah. And he doesn't really do much.
He doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
He disappoints his father earlier in the movie, I think.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, everybody in this movie disappoints everybody.
There is even less character growth and development in this movie than
There's none.
Oh,
Then
snap!
come.
You guys should have had known better than to start making out. Haven't you ever seen a horror movie?
Yeah.
Damn it.
This movie has never seen a horror movie.
Well, you may be right.
Where did that guy come from? They just ran right past it. Oh, I guess
that's Stan Lee.
To be fair, I think the camera was on the other side of the newsstand.
Yeah, I think it was.
So that's I'll give it that one.
I love that shot where he kicks through the glass.
That's a great shot. This is a great shot.
Kick through. He just sort of walks through.
All right, so
I will give this movie credit for not fucking up the 3 escalator shot.
So Eddie Vedder and Dave Mustaine are on this train. It's really weird.
Okay.
I'll show you when it shows up.
I believe you.
Well, now it's not going to show.
Now I'm trying to remember how that Weird Al Zydeco song about Eddie Vedder goes. It's great. I can't remember it.
Help! Help!
There's some
Well, that guy's got a guitar, so that's clearly...
That's some Vietnam guy.
I thought that was Eddie Vedder.
Maybe.
Eddie Vedder.
Ah, that's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's solid. That's probably the best thing Jason does in the whole movie.
Yeah.
Except for the rock. What?
Yeah.
I said he can teleport. That's pretty
Well,
cool.
yeah, he can teleport, but they're like the...
There you go.
Who's that?
I guess it's not.
Not really. It looks more like Pauly Shore.
That looks like Dave Mustaine, though, with the hat.
It does, but it's just a lady.
It looks like Dave Mustaine crossed with Sissy Spacek.
Oh, solid. I think you're right.
Which is
that
a
guy,
weird thing.
I want to see the movie about that guy in the hockey jersey.
The guy in the hockey jersey.
Whoa, that guy looks like a creep. That guy has a basement full of
What's happening?
Whoa. I don't know what just happened.
Is it Jason?
Something just
You hear
fell
us
down.
talking shit and he teleported in here?
It might have.
You can't go on. You can't put him on the third rail and electrocute him. We've already established that just makes him more powerful.
Right, twice.
Yeah, we just keep adding more electricity to him.
Twice now in this series, Jason has been resurrected by electricity. Clearly, he just feeds on it.
Which is the one that he's at the bottom of the lake? 6? No, that's not 6. Is that
6 is the one where at the beginning the lightning bolt brings him back to life because Tommy
from the
Jones is a
graveyard.
fucking idiot and has to go dig him up.
Yeah, he ends up in the lake at the end of 6. He's brought back at the beginning of 7 by Tina.
Right, her psychic powers. Yes,
and then he ends up back in the lake at the end of 7 to be resurrected here in 8 by the ridiculously large electrical cord.
The Jaws cable.
Yes.
All right, now we are in. Where are we? Manhattan.
You know, because they got a Sbarro.
Taken first by the Muppets and now by Jason Voorhees. Everybody has to take Manhattan.
I would totally watch the Muppets versus Jason.
Oh, yeah.
Just saying.
There's the Batman ad.
It wasn't a great shot.
Nah, the shot at the beginning was way better.
Which Muppets would survive Jason?
Well, this Jason? All of them.
Yeah.
He can teleport.
But the Muppets are the Muppets. I think they could. They would survive Jason.
I feel like the Swedish Chef and Beaker, at the very least, are going to die.
I mean, Pepe the Prawn's going to make it.
What's her name? The chick in the band with the blonde hair.
Janice.
Janice would be the final.
Janice would. Oh no! See, I feel like Janice would die.
I think she'd be the final.
Because she's nigh unto retarded.
Miss Piggy would be fine.
Miss Piggy's too.
Miss Piggy knows karate, dude.
That's true. She does know karate.
Yeah. Miss Piggy's going to make it. I like how jacked Jason looks right here.
You're like, you can see his shirt under that.
He's got, totally.
Well, he's got all that seaweed.
But here's the ramen packet, though. It's the bottom right side of his abdomen. In a minute here, it just looks like a packet of ramen under his shirt.
Delicious.
But he looks super jacked. Like he's got a V shape, like really bodybuilder looking. No, you can't see it there. I was wrong.
I mean, what else do you think he's been doing at the bottom of the lake/ocean for all these years?
Right, he's just been trying to push up from under that dock. Yeah. He's been trying to push that dock off of him. Now, see, I think you're right, Ryan. I think you're right that now we've caught back up to the very beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
Or I guess before, when the street toughs attacked the girl.
I love that they have chains and switchblades ready.
Didn't you?
That guy has like a slinky or something.
Dude, that was just life in 1989.
They attack people on the street with
And then
That's out of character, in my opinion.
not only is that out of character, but later on we see his goofy fucking face.
Yeah, you start laughing.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, why would you run away? You'd just feel like, oh, what the fuck is that?
This sloth from the Goonies.
Is she a pilgrim? Is that what this is?
Maybe?
I don't know. She said Times Diner, but I swear the first time she watched it, she said my Gina.
I think you're right.
She answered the phone and said my Gina.
I believe that.
24/7.
No, I don't think you're wrong.
My Gina never closes.
Oh, and then there's the welcome to New York joke. There's a crazy person trying to murder us.
Welcome
to New York.
This guy's like,
so bad.
gosh, not this
I like
shit
this
again.
coat.
Yeah, I like this
What
big
do you
giant
do?
dude.
Fuck you.
Listen up. Oh.
And it's funny to me because you had the little skinny boxer guy that went like 20 minutes with Jason Voorhees, and then this giant chef that literally looks like Bruiser Brody,
Yeah.
minus the beard,
Can't take
just
it for a
immediately
second.
just gets murdered by getting thrown into a mirror. By the way, continuing Jason's hatred of mirrors. Solid continuity.
I know. I feel like I need to go back and like pay attention.
No, because the director.
No,
That's
no.
true. That's true. What am I?
Every connection we've made in this movie has purely been us reaching.
Yeah, it's all accidental.
Yes.
I don't know. I still think there's something to do with that dad wearing the painless sweater. It's too weird.
Did somebody inject Ryan with heroin?
Well, you know that's what
Everything is a
thugs
little
do.
bit blurry.
Yeah.
Not too much.
So we're down to, oh, look at that. That's a total Ninja Turtle sewer hole,
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was gigantic.
And since when is there light coming up from
Coming
like,
out of it, yeah.
the manholes?
Oh, my gosh.
They're like, oh, you know what we should do? Run through the New York sewers.
I like that the
There's no way
sewer,
that could be a bad idea.
the sewer
Yeah, we'll
is
stay away
far
from the
more
populated
spacious than
areas.
the
Yeah.
ship.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like...
Yeah, you're right. Get out of Times Square where there's like 100 people.
Right.
And
go to the sewer.
Let's go out to the
Where
sewer.
he can kill us and nobody will ever find our bodies.
Oh, thank God our bodies will remain hidden down here for eternity.
This makes me want to watch, like, Alligator and
I was
Chud.
just thinking Alligator.
Oh,
I love that
man.
movie.
We need to
That's a
do, we
good one.
need to do
I have it
Alligator.
on DVD.
Do you?
Yes.
I don't because I bought it once, and I think it was one of those shitty Warner Brothers, like the cardboard cover,
Yeah,
Yeah.
this sucks.
and the transfer was just terrible. I think it was even pan and scan. I don't think it was even like regular aspect ratio, and it was just shit. And I got rid of it, assuming there would be another one, and I don't know if they've done, like, Shout Factory hasn't done it. Like, nobody's
Yeah,
done a
mine
cool
is a
remaster.
region-free one from Korea.
Oh, see, and
Yeah.
see, I never tracked it down to that extent.
I got it off like eBay or something.
Mine was a shit domestic release that was
So
almost
the
unwatchable.
sewer floods with toxic waste every night?
Is that what he said?
Yes.
Yeah. So
See,
that's what
we were
kills
right
them.
about the toxic waste thing.
Again, though, in line with what my parents told me about New York.
Yeah,
The sewers flood with toxic
Yes.
waste
I
every
can see
single
that.
night.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
This is terrible.
This is a bad kill.
That
Hit him
is
in
the
the back.
worst.
He hit him on the back, and then there's like a 3-second pause, and then
Before the
blood comes
blood.
out from the totally wrong angle.
Right.
Yeah.
And which, by the way, if you hit somebody in the back with a wrench, blood is not going to spray out anyway. And look, now Jason's a fish. You're a fish. Follow the light, fishy.
Or a moth.
He's,
Or a deer.
moth, deer, whatever. It's nonsense with his
Wildlife.
fucking black mesh eye holes. I hate it.
It does feel like at this point they stopped trying. Like, from, since they got in the sewer, everything's just like, we're not trying at
They're
all.
like, toxic waste. I don't know. We got to finish this
Yeah,
movie.
they're
They're
like, we
like-
gotta wrap this shit
Yeah.
up.
Look, guys, we thought shooting in a sewer would be a good idea. We were wrong. It smells terrible.
Yeah.
It's hot. Let's just wrap this up.
Yeah, it felt like they really didn't try.
Wow, that is a huge load on the wall next to her, though.
Yes.
Yuck.
Also, she just happened to stumble across a bucket that says danger, toxic.
There's
Which
the,
she's able to open by bashing it with a
With a
plastic
flashlight.
flashlight.
It's just a bucket.
And then
oh,
she-
but here we go.
Then
Here
she,
we go.
Then she throws it open.
I'm a cartoon!
She throws it open.
Doobly-doo.
And toxic pepper spear starts playing.
I hate it. It's so
It's
bad.
kind of adorable.
He
Oh
looks
my
like
gosh.
a Scooby-Doo villain, like an actual cartoon.
Yeah.
It
Scooby-Doo.
does.
Yeah, he
It's
does.
the worst damn thing ever. Oh my gosh.
He looks like the lamest member of
Oh,
Slipknot.
that guy's name is Sean? Like, I literally didn't know that guy had a name up until
No, I didn't either.
Yeah.
If anything, I would have thought it was like haircut or something.
I love when they name characters,
Iceman?
like, in the last 3 minutes of a movie.
That's probably what happened here. You know what? I dare say our Sean is better than this Sean.
I
For
dare
sure.
say you're correct.
You are correct.
Sean grunts. Well, we've all been there. Wait.
This guy's a real dumbass.
What? Why?
The lights are shaking because
Why
it's
are the
time
lights
for the
shaking?
toxic
It's
waste
toxic waste.
explosion.
Oh,
Dump time.
God, it's dump time. Shit.
Dump time. Gotta get out of the sewers because it's dump time. I didn't really have anywhere to go with that.
It's weird too because at this point, yeah,
Mommy, don't let me drown.
No, this doesn't make sense because it's not how sewers work. It's also not how Jason works.
Yeah. Why is Jason
it's like that's
vomiting
funny. He
up
makes
a
this
lake?
noise. It's like ah.
The subtitles read it as mommy. And I just realized Sean is wearing some serious, like, strappy douche shoes. Oh, no, wait, that's her foot. Never mind. Sorry, Sean.
Strappy douche shoes.
That's what it looked like.
My favorite kind of shoe. Oh, and here we go.
I think she's just holding on to his balls at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's firmly
And look,
placed into his
that
butt.
that looks like kind of like a poop. It's very Dead Alive looking, which in the context of Dead Alive is great. In the
Not so much
context
in
of an
context.
American 1989 horror movie,
Yeah.
is not so great. And then lightning strikes the Statue of Liberty
For
for
no
some
reason.
fucking reason.
Because toxic waste floods the sewers every night and just killed Jason.
What
And
if
then-
the Statue of Liberty put on a hockey mask and start killing people?
What if the Statue of Liberty walked around the streets of New York and saved us all from horrible ghost slime?
That would be awesome.
That would be great.
We could have been watching that.
That could have happened tonight. Instead, we had to watch this. What? And now Jason, the toxic waste, turned him into a little boy in his underwear. Then also healed his deformities.
I guess it's magical toxic waste that transports him back in time?
This is fucking terrible. And he took his mask off 20 minutes ago. Where's this? And why is it all damaged and it looks like a tortilla?
Toxic waste.
Is that the mask that they sell in the spirit store?
Yes.
Yeah.
The
it is.
tortilla mask?
The tortilla one.
Also, where the fuck did he get this necklace from? Because he gave it to her earlier. She was wearing it. Jason pulled it off of her neck.
No.
He
One
fell
of
off the
the
ground.
one of the robber guys pulled it off of her, and
Oh,
he
okay.
picked it up
He grabbed it.
after she got kidnapped, and then they wandered off and like didn't care that she was kidnapped.
Yeah.
He like right after she got pulled away by the heroin junkies, he went over and had a moment with the necklace.
And also, they
Okay.
just let the dog run around in New York by itself, and
Well-
then they found him.
I mean, they were going to let her get raped by heroin junkies,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
clearly their priorities are
They're-
in question.
They're like, oh, well, she's gone. I guess she's gone.
It's just like this
That's
weird
it.
thing. It's like, why did you add the dog into the movie at all?
Right.
Yeah, the dog has zero
The
bearing
dog
in this
didn't
movie.
like attack Jason
Yeah.
or anything.
And
No.
it really just makes the story more muddled because you're like, well, now we have to figure out how to get rid of this dog so they can fight Jason.
I
in the
don't know
sewer.
that anything could let the story get more muddled than it all.
That's true.
All right, so that's the end of that. Arian,
You sound fed up.
I've had it with this fucking movie. Arian, first of all, had you seen this movie previously in its entirety?
In its entirety, yes, but not since the first time I rented it as a young teenager in the early '90s, and had a Friday the 13th marathon.
And
on weekend.
at the time, where did it rank?
It was the worst Friday the 13th movie I had seen up until that point. It is not the worst Friday the 13th movie. I think Jason X is probably still
Oh my gosh, you are a crackhead.
the worst.
Nicole Gould, this was your dream movie for the month. You wanted this more than anything else in the world. How do you feel now?
I still stand by my conviction that we should watch this movie.
Nicole, you are also a crackhead.
I love every Friday the 13th movie for their own little reasons. It's like a mother having like a shitload of kids and loving each one of them, even though a couple of them are a little bit retarded.
Turn out so great.
Yeah, like you're like, oh, well, that one.
This one, he likes to set fires and he plays with himself in
Yeah, but I
public.
still love him.
That one's head
But I
didn't grow in
still
all the way.
Love him. I mean, I'm sorry. There's several great kills. There are several really not great kills.
I feel like there's only really 2 good kills.
It
I
has
feel like
some weak points.
The hot sauna rock and the throwing the idiot, and he explodes into fire before he even hits the control panel.
And see, that's not a good kill because it's a good kill. It's a good kill because it's so badly done.
Yeah, but it brought me joy, and nothing else today brought me joy.
You know what?
And the harpoon kill.
I'll give you the guitar kill. The guitar kill is good. Like Ryan said, if Naka did a figure, he'd have to come with a bloody guitar.
Absolutely.
The flying V, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
You know, okay, so the last act is a little...
It's terrible.
It's a little shaky. It's a little...
Have you ever had a really, really horrible case of diarrhea?
Why, yes, I have.
And just blown it out, and then been like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad that's over. And then you stand up, you pull your pants up, and a little more shoots out. That's what I feel like the end of this movie was like.
Damn.
You're like, fuck. I thought it was done, and there's more horrible shit. And it just ruined my pants.
So there's, like I
That
said,
needs to be your review of this
there's
movie. It
some-
ruined my pants.
the shit with the dog is,
No, that would be
is pretty
Showgirls.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, the dog just being in the dinghy, just, there it is. I mean, that's just
That's minor on the list of
lazy
complaints.
ass filmmaking. Anything to do with the dog is lazy, because at one point they have the dog reacting to her hallucination of drowning Jason, which makes no sense whatsoever.
That whole plot makes no sense.
No,
That dog
there
is a
was
psychic
no-
basketball player.
That's the
yeah,
only
he
thing
is
that makes
Airbud. But I still think it's fun, and I still love every Jason movie. I even love Jason Goes to Hell for its absolute
Oh my
ridiculous.
gosh, the fact that you have to quantify that over this
I love it. I love Creighton Duke.
blows my mind.
It's great, and I love Kane Hodder, so I love all of the Hodder Jasons.
The Hodderverse.
Yes, I am a big fan of the Hodderverse.
Ryan Cadaver, we know this was your first Friday the 13th, your first experience with Mr. Voorhees.
Yes.
So we have to cut you a little slack.
Yes.
How do you feel? How did you feel going into this, and how do you feel now?
Well, I did the same thing like Arian was talking about, where a few years ago I just watched them all, like back to back. And yeah, I realize it's definitely one of the weaker ones, but there's still a lot I like about it, and I feel like there's so much nostalgia for me that I still have that little feeling of like, oh, this scene's about to happen. Like, you know, it's like I still get excited about parts of it enough, but I will agree, like the last act is like god awful. And it really does feel like we're out of money, we stopped trying, let's just drown them in a sewer and be done with it. Like, it seems like they just
That's how most of my relationships end.
Yeah, it just seems like they completely gave up. I feel like it starts kind of strong. Like, the boat scene at the beginning is, like, pretty cool. That's some classic Jason shit, other than him getting the mask, which makes no sense at all. But there are things I like about it. A lot of the boat shit I like. Once he gets to New York, it's pretty bad. I still like it better in Hell.
I hate it. I think it's terrible. I
hadn't picked up on that.
I know I'll watch it again someday because it's a Friday the 13th movie, because, like you said, Nicole, Kane Hodder's in it. And Kane Hodder's great.
He really embodies
I
Jason
just
so
think
perfectly.
this is a piece of shit beyond saving. I think it's terrible. I hate it.
I
It's
think
awful.
there's some good moments.
There are parts of it that I really love.
I
And there are
never-
parts I will admit could
I
have
mean,
been better.
there are some boobies.
It's better than Crawl. It's better than Crawl, and it's better than Power Rangers.
Yes.
I never want to watch it again, but I know I will watch it again. All right. Let's go around. Arian, what are you up to? Where can we find you online?
I'm not doing shit, man.
Such a lazy man on Instagram
Yeah,
for
like-
pictures of cute puppies and kitties.
Yeah, it's
One of the
about it.
few cats I've ever met that I actually kind of like.
Well, she's an asshole.
Yeah, well, if she treats you badly, that's probably why I like her.
Yeah, it's true.
Ryan Cadaver, lots of business going on with you.
Yep. Team Park Alchemy.
Why are you guys playing with Dale Jepson again?
Well, we got invited to play Martup Fest, and we were pretty butthurt when we weren't able to play Martup Fest last year. We got stuck in the pre-party. It's more of a pride thing.
So it's not like oh sweet, we get to play with them. It's like we should have been doing this anyway.
Exactly.
That kind of makes more sense. I wondered about that.
Yeah, we're just like, we're gonna play Martup Fest and we're gonna kill it. That's at Mule Camp, and
August 10th.
Yes, August 10th.
August
Thank
10th.
you. Yeah, I was struggling. I was like looking at my calendar.
That's okay.
Yeah, so August 10th, we got that. That's Martup
Believe me,
Fest.
anytime I have to go to Gainesville, I mark it on my calendar.
Yeah, because it's a little bit of a haul.
You want to prepare yourself for that.
Yeah, you've got to gird your loins.
Yeah.
You gotta get your head in the right place.
Yeah, you gotta avoid meth heads. But anyways, yeah, so that Joe Stryker movie, we spent like 12 hours the other day just sitting there editing stuff. Every time we do that, we get about 4 minutes done.
By which you mean Cosmic Bowling?
Oh, no, that was another day. That was vodka day.
I know.
Yeah, it got bad. But yeah, that's when I fell asleep in Kevin's dog bed. Well, it's not Kevin's dog bed, but it was for Kevin's dogs.
Why did
Kira
you...
makes Kevin sleep in a
My
dog bed.
favorite Ryan Cadaver Facebook comment ever. Why did you post this? The picture of you asleep. Alright, themeparkalchemy.com.
Joe Stryker movie, Casket
Stranger
Creatures.
Waffles.
Stranger Waffles is so good.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine it.
Pretty
Dude.
talk.
And we
It's
got a
so
Pirates
good.
of the Caribbean one coming out.
Holy shit. Inspired. Inspired.
Yeah.
Inspired of the Caribbean.
Oh, and I don't think I think this is the first time I've announced it on anything, but Cast Creatures have a new EP written. We already got everything scratched.
Oh, shit.
That's
And-
crazy talk.
And we are recording it in August. So August 25th, I think, we're in the studio and we're recording.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yep.
Cool.
Fresh off Martup Fest, recording a new album.
That might be my parents' anniversary. I'm not sure.
Well, you need to hang out with me and record our album.
Okay, I'm good with
Just
that.
kidding.
No, that's fine. I'm good. Nicole, we know Theme Park Alchemy, obviously.
Yes.
But what else? What else was Battle Cougar up to?
Well, we
Aside
got
from
married.
Aside from Wedded Bliss.
Yeah, we got married like a month ago, and went on a really cool honeymoon. And now we're back, and I'm making Stranger Waffles, and I'll be getting the podcast back up and running. There was the whole wedding thing, and Nathan had some health stuff going on, but Caught Dead Watching will be coming back.
And a possible collaboration.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We don't want to spoil.
We can't announce anything yet.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if and when it does happen, it'll be the witch's tits, as it were. I'm
Yeah.
excited.
Is that a thing?
That's my new
I
favorite
love
expression.
witches.
Just tits. Huh.
I don't know. I
All right,
I
so,
like witches. I like titties.
To all the listeners, yeah, I'm sorry. But be strong, because UHF is coming before the end of the year. Thank you for listening.
Jason Takes Manhattan rules.
Does not.
I love Jason in every incarnation. I love you, Jason.
Freddy's better.
Oh.
No! No!
I mean, I kind of.
I agree.
Hey!
I agree
Kinda
too.
agree with
God
that.
damn it, I can't believe I
Freddy's
married you.
way better. You know, we've done two. Well, we've attempted 2 Friday the 13th commentaries, and have not done any Freddy commentaries yet.
Which is
I feel like we need to do
Dream Warriors.
Dream
We
Warriors.
need
Dream
to
Warriors.
do Dream Warriors
Yeah.
if we want to do a good
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Or we do need to do 5. It's so fucking
It would be a good
bad.
commentary, though.
would.
Yeah.
It's
It
so
would be.
bad. Alright.
I almost just shit my pants, which would be a great ending to this episode.
Was it that long talk about diarrhea?
No, it was this long fucking movie. I would at this point like to apologize to Nicole. I feel like I might have been a little harsh about the movie that she wanted to win so badly. But also, it was really, really terrible. There are good things about it, sure, but it's terrible. All right, moving on. Please follow the Needless Things Podcast on Instagram at Needless Things Podcast. On Twitter, I'm Phantom Troublemaker. Needless Things Podcast _ is on Twitter, but really everything there is just like copied over or reposted or whatever from the other better social media that won't make you want to put a bullet in your head every day, or at least not as badly. So Instagram is our preferred social media, and then of course we want you to join the Needless Things Podcast Facebook group and take part in fun things like the polls and live feeds, which I'm going to try and remember to do a little bit of live action on Sunday before the Batman panel, because obviously not everybody's in Atlanta. Not everybody can make it to Atlanta Comic-Con. So I want you to be able to take part a little bit. And of course, next Friday, we will post the audio from that amazing Summer of the Bat panel. What else is happening? Lots of Dragon Con stuff coming soon. I don't know. I've got to have announcements soon, because I know things, you guys. I just can't say them until they're officially ready to be said. But I've got such a big thing. And you guys, you better be excited about it, or I'm going to find you. And I'm going to say, why aren't you more excited? Share and like and be excited. And just have fun. Have a nice time. I love you guys.
Thank you for listening to the Needless Things Podcast. You're the best. You can find the show on iTunes, Stitcher, Downcast, or in the ears of a Trader Vic's employee. Love you. Mean it. Uh-huh.